Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday Night Nerds live streaming podcast. We got some bonus content for you guys. Tonight is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle special. I got my guys with me. Cameron, Jeff is in the house. EJ's showing up and showing some love, and of course, Emperor King Will. He was stepped away for a second, but he'll be back shortly. So we'll pretty much just be BSing, talking about the history of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, like how it had an impact on us as kids growing up, and how far it's come along to today, to where Seth Rogen is making his contribution in August of this year. So I'm definitely excited for that movie. But first and foremost, I'm going to play the intro for us, and then we can get right into it.
Word.
Is the best thing what? Exactly.
Yo, we are back.
I wasn't bopping to this song.
He was in the background twerking when this theme song went live. He was shaking, double cheeked up.
Oh no, that was
Tuesday night.
Little twerking going on back there.
Jeff was double cheeked up.
Yeah, man. he had the
that song
yams.
drops. I
Mhm.
drop it like it's hot.
Oh.
Will got that big image in his head.
Oh man,
He's too much thickness to handle.
too much.
THICC, in case you guys needed to be reminded.
Triple C.
Oh, 3 C's? Man.
I do come in extra large tall.
We classify that as Kardashian.
Yes.
That is
Yeah, but I'm
Kardashian
all
status.
real, buddy.
That's true. No plastic be found in this
Oh,
ocean.
I can't afford that shit.
Oh, natural. Yeah.
This show about to get way out of hand. Right out the gate.
Already.
Yeah, so we pretty much a lot of us weren't hip to some of the characters that's being picked and put into this story for the Mutant Mayhem movie. So it's like I recognize names like Bebop and Rocksteady, and they got some heavy hitters in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movies, and of course
They're bringing a good cast.
yeah, they got Ao. I can't pronounce her last name. Playing April O'Neil.
Edie Beardy, I think, or Edie Bealo.
What was she in before?
The Bear. She was in The Bear this last year.
Okay.
That's
I
what
knew
she
it was like
really-
familiar. I just couldn't place it. So
Yeah, she is awesome too, and gorgeous as well. I know a lot. That's the most controversial casting in the entire movie, and
For no
and most of that.
in
no reason.
honesty, for no damn reason whatsoever. It's an
Exactly.
animated show.
Right. And she's not even the first black woman to voice April O'Neil. We've had Kat Graham voice her for the last series, right? TMNT, and she did a great job.
And the thing about it is, so my biggest thing when I first seen the casting and the character, the way they drew her and the way she's animated, I'm like, oh God, please don't give us a Velma 2.0. And that was my first comment to you, Deontay. Like, no shit. Like, I had already
Literally.
seen the rest of the cast. I'm like, John Cena. I'm like, yeah, that's perfect. And then when they dropped this April O'Neil, I'm like, dear God, Seth Rogen, do not do us this way.
I don't think he'll
But
do that.
After
I don't think he
watching
will.
Seth Rogen
the
doing it?
trailers,
Yeah,
Yeah, Seth Rogen's directing it.
yeah, he's
Seth
the producer.
Rogen.
He's also Bebop.
Yeah, he is like the ultimate hit or miss creator in all of Hollywood.
Well, he's a huge Ninja Turtle fan.
If he sticks to stuff,
just like all of us.
And also, if Kevin Eastman thought he was gonna fuck this up, I don't think Kevin Eastman would let him do it.
Right, or at least give him his blessing.
I love Kevin Eastman, man.
And Eastman's been he is the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Since
the Godfather
the
of the Turtles.
Yeah, I mean, pencil to paper, he brought it to life. So
he's Mr. Interracial scene himself. Because
by the way, his first marriage was mixed.
Mulan,
baby. April O'Neil's origin, basically.
Right.
Off of.
The original design for April was after his first
wife. A lot of this,
his first wife
with red hair came from Hasbro making the cartoons.
Or
not the cartoons, but the figures.
Yeah.
That's where that come about. It was easier to sell into merch.
Right.
And she's a white lady with red hair. And then later in the animated series, all of a sudden now that's what we have.
Right. And even in like the original comics, they were in black and white, just like so many
other
comics as well, like
that tells you how long the comic book has been around.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
The only color I think that they initially re-released it in was it only had red added. So it was black and white with red.
Right,
they all wore red.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So all the turtles wore red, but that was the only thing you saw.
Mm-hmm.
That's man.
Which, if you got those comic books, by the way, you're sitting on
gold
money.
I think I have that one.
Dude, you're sitting on money. I'll buy it off of you.
You better either save it up or make a profit, man.
Yeah.
I'll buy it off of you right now.
If I find it, I'll let you know.
He'll give you his house.
Whoa. Bought the place a year ago. All right.
I'm not ready to go anywhere yet.
I will throw cash down all day, but not my house.
Take my daughter. Take my dog.
Oh no. My dog maybe, but not my kid.
Dog. Mm-hmm.
Never the kid. I gotta get a smart one, dude. No, she's a keeper.
Yeah, she's gonna help you take over the world. So
yeah, got to keep your partner in crime.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, because EJ's got his.
Because my cat's lazy, he ain't gonna help.
Yeah, I got my 3 fall guys. Basically, as they get older, they're gonna be the ones to take the fall for me. So
yeah,
I'm too old to go to prison. I can't fight in the shower to protect myself.
None of us can. We all die in prison.
I'll slip and fall and break a hip or something.
Dude, that would be me. Like, no shit. I'd be the guy to walk you. Floop.
I just finished watching all of Prison Break like a week or two ago. I was like, there's no way in hell I could make it on there, like let alone do all of that.
Although,
man, EJ gonna give when he retires, he's gonna give up his bat suit, and then his kids are just to take on the Bat family. So
yep,
the legacy continues.
I've worked in enough prison time. I've been in the prisons working enough to. I don't ever want to live there.
Good. One part of the casting that I was like so psyched for was like Jackie Chan as Splinter.
Dude,
Jackie Chan as Splinter. So
the brief image they gave us of Splinter.
He looked like he had an afro.
Samurai.
Yeah,
afro.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, if that is Splinter, that is legit.
I love Jackie Chan. Like my first movie I saw him was Rush Hour. He's amazing and just like hilarious. He's hilarious no matter what, and just a kick-ass man.
Even in Police Story, or I think it's Police Story is what they call it for the release in the United States, but I can't remember if they had a different name. But anyway, in those, it's completely like not a comedy, but he still brings that kind of lightheartedness to a lot of the scenes and stuff where it can have that. He's got that persona.
He does, but. I didn't think of this right away, but like maybe a week after, I thought this is gonna be interesting because Splinter, as from what I remember, has always been like traditionally Japanese, and Jackie Chan isn't he? He's Chinese. Exactly. So it's gonna be interesting. I'm nothing against it. I still want Jackie Chan as Splinter, but it's just gonna be interesting.
I call it the Roganism, man. Rogan just says, "I'm an ally. Just disregard any mistakes I make."
I don't think he's really doing that, though. I think. Him being such a fan of the product, I think he's wanting to put the best product out there. I mean, he went out and got 4 kids basically to play the Ninja Turtles,
like actual kids.
Yeah, one of those
literally,
kids
they're
in
teenagers.
particular.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
think I recognize
in
them
high
for like
school.
a couple teenage shows that they do.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool that they got.
and then he got a bunch of
age-accurate-
his friends
Mhm.
to play
Right.
the rest of the characters.
Yeah, and I mean, if you look, they have experience. Him and Chan have been together in the Panda the Kung Fu Panda series. You know,
Paul Rudd and him are
Right.
friends. They come up together in Hollywood.
Him and John
They got the
Cena are
Lay's
probably
commercials.
friends.
they have the experience in playing the parts and dedicating, real, making the part believable and likable for a long period of time. I mean, that spans probably like a decade.
Yep.
Mhm.
And then they got
No.
John Cena, who's probably the second, maybe him and Rock are kind of close together as far as being some of the best wrestlers turn entertainers,
Right.
actors, behind
And-
Batista. So I think Rock may be a little bit better because I don't think John's been doing it that long yet. But him voicing Rock Steady is going to be freaking awesome to me.
And this is
Which
John
he kind of
Cena's
stole from Sheamus from the movie.
Right. Yeah, that is true. And this is some Cena's first time in the world of Turtles.
It is.
He was in Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles series
Really?
like a few years ago.
Oh,
as
I didn't know that.
the
I didn't
he was
either.
the villain Baron Draxum, the
Oh, okay.
original character for the show.
No, that's legit.
Mhm.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Is Dwayne in this casting too?
No, Dwayne, no DJ for you. So you're
Yeah.
all in the clear.
You're good. You don't get to hate on him.
He was getting ready to write it off. Like,
And also, Seth knows Rose Byrne, who's in this too. They were in Neighbors together, both movies.
Who's that?
She will be playing Leatherhead.
Oh, yeah, I was wondering about her. And then you got Maya Rudolph, who's playing one of the what is it?
Cynthia
Utrom. Who, if you don't know, is they're an alien species
Dimension X.
from Dimension X who are responsible for the ooze. Then you have Ice Cube playing Superfly, Post Malone playing Ray Fillet, then Hannibal Buress playing Genghis Frog. I think that's pretty much
Kind of interesting that he's.
And don't forget Giancarlo Esposito.
playing Baxter Stockman. And there's no Shredder that we know of yet. I think if
No
it's gonna
Casey Jones.
I think that's a good choice, though. I mean,
I do too.
I love the 2007 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. No Shredder, you know, and I thought that was probably the coolest reiteration of the Turtles since the original cartoon.
Mm-hmm.
It felt really well done, like top-notch production, had good voice acting, had great, artists. All around, it was a good story, too. I mean, it had Sir Patrick Stewart. I mean, you have Sir Patrick Stewart, you're in there. So
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's one of those where I think if it's
2000.
going to be depending on how well it does, I'm guessing we might get 2, 3, 4 movies out of this.
It just depends on
And,
how.
I mean, we don't need the Shredder right away.
Yeah.
In this one, I'm guessing we're going to get the Utroms as villains and maybe Baxter Stockman. Stockman as villains.
Technically, I think the Krang are more enemies than the Utroms are.
The Krang is a Utrom, if that makes sense.
No, it does. It's a little bit confusing at times.
They're all from the planet X.
Right, you're right. So much history.
That's the race of people there.
Yeah, you're right. So possibly.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope it does well enough because, like, 2007 movie I thought was great, but it didn't do well enough to constitute them doing a sequel. So,
Which they had planned for a sequel, I'm pretty sure. But 2007's TMNT, I think that's probably my favorite movie, like, for the Turtles.
yeah, me too. It was overall a great story, great voice acting.
Chris Evans was Casey Jones in that.
He
Yeah.
was. Yep.
It was a good movie.
Stephen Amell also played Casey Jones in one of them.
And Out of the Shadows. And
Yep.
Despite flack for that movie, I love Stephen Amell in general. I thought he did a great job as Casey Jones.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him in more roles, but
I like Stephen Amell, period. Him in Heels is like his best work.
Likewise.
And Green Arrow, of course, but
Of course, Green Arrow.
but his work in Heels, knowing he's an actual wrestling fan, he
Who's
puts
got
everything
in the ring?
into it. Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
definitely. I appreciate like the TV show from the 80s, and then like there was a reboot in like the early 2000s that was really good too.
Yeah.
2003 that went on for like a couple of years. I remember growing up watching that for sure. That's probably what got me first and like really interested in the Turtles. I definitely
that
grew up
theme
with that.
song too. That
they had
both theme
another one
songs.
recently, didn't they? Have a reboot for the series. They've been doing a lot of
Nickelodeon.
reboots.
Well, yeah, they
Nickelodeon had a reboot.
At the original series, they had 2003, which is on like 4Kids, and then Nickelodeon bought it out, and they did 2012, which is my favorite TV series for the Turtles. It's amazing.
I hadn't watched it.
And
Yeah, it's hard
the
to
last
keep
one they
up.
did was in 2018, Rise of the TMNT, which was pretty good, better than what most people would think.
We don't talk about the Michael Bay versions of it.
Michael Bay.
Well, yeah. I mean, the first one was okay. The second one, yeah.
I think they were okay.
I think they're both okay. I
They were okay, but it was everything about it screamed Michael Bay,
Big
Transformers.
explosions.
yeah, and
The
just
360-degree camera.
Yep.
CGI,
Yeah.
a lot of CGI. Though they did try to make them look like realistic, and they weren't great looking, but at least they tried. And I did like who they had like for the voices for the Turtles in those movies, like Alan Richardson as Raphael. He was my favorite out of the four.
Yeah. I
Well, I feel like this kind of gave me a vibe of they're trying to shoot more like the, Into the Spider-Verse movie where it's, I don't know, it's going back in age, obviously. So that's going to give it a chance to be a little bit younger. Splinter, they're younger.
This is a 110% reboot from the beginning.
Yeah.
We're going to get to see Master Splinter find them in the ooze. We're going to get the whole 9.
Oh, you think? I was kind of thinking.
Gathered from the trailer a little bit, it was hinting toward that's what we were going to get. That's the way I interpreted it anyway.
Right. Even though technically we wouldn't really need like an origin story because there's been so much Turtles, like Spider-Man. You know the story enough.
That's what I was hoping. It would be more like Into the Spider-Verse, where it wasn't going to give us the same origin story again. That we'd get a reintroduction, but one that was different.
I think what they're going to do is they're going to do like a recap in the movie. Like this is what happened in like a matter of like 10 minutes. And then they'll bring you like up to speed to what they're doing now. So I think that'd be a good idea. Yeah. I think like maybe show them becoming the mutated turtles, and then I guess you could start drawing in the foot. If Shredder shows up at some point,
or at least they hint towards it.
Yeah. So they have a lot to do in such short amount of time. I hope it's like a 2-hour movie though.
I think we're going to get every bit of a 2-hour movie.
90 minutes to 150, hopefully, because at least
he's going to need a lot of time to integrate all those characters.
Yeah.
So here's what I love about this though is Todd McFarlane of McFarlane Toys and Spawn got the contract or is doing the action figure line for this movie.
Yeah, I got some articles to pull up or something.
I just pulled it because I thought it was him.
Because I haven't seen it.
They haven't released any of the teaser figures yet. We'll probably get to start seeing those here soon. But Todd McFarlane does have, at least he's doing some of the figures. And of course, a few other companies who own rights, NECA and a few others have rights to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles too.
I was about to say, if you
But Todd McFarlane was specifically, he got the one for Mutant Mayhem.
I was going to say, if y'all had like any articles or pictures of whatever you were talking about, that'd be cool to pull up.
Yeah, everything I'm seeing from the toy standpoint is saying, hey, coming soon, coming soon.
Yeah, and I think it all depends, I think, how much they're going to release. Because I feel like this is going to be more... they're dependent on the movie, unlike other movies where they pre-release a bunch of toys before the movie, like a lot of the superhero movies.
Right.
This may be, hey, we're going to have limited release, because anytime you have Todd McFarlane involved, it's going to be quality over quantity. He doesn't make tons and tons of these toys and shove them down your throat like, hey, Playmates or Hasbro. So in a way, depending on how many other companies are dishing out, the different levels of toys, then you may see more. But I feel like they're going to see a lot of this will be dependent on how well the movie gets received by, maybe its initial audiences or its sneak peek
I think on
audiences.
this one, because it's going to be geared toward children, we may see more figures out there. But then we get to rely on, hopefully, McFarlane and NECA to do a more premium figure for these.
Yeah. I mean, his stuff can be real top end, or it can be, like the Walking Dead stuff they turned out, where it was I don't know, they were like,
I don't think he did the Walking Dead.
They weren't Legos, they were
they weren't like the Walking Dead.
Yeah. And it was just, they're not playable toys. They were
collectibles.
Yeah, only for display. So that's more towards an adult collector, which means it's much smaller sample, section of the population. So they don't turn out as much.
It'd be
if it's going to be something like, yeah.
Which all mine get this live, sleep in the box. I don't open. I'm an in-box collector.
Yeah.
Reveals the secret meaning of the turtles' weapon. What that is.
Let me see. So this is kind of going into it a little bit. It says, starting with their first cartoon in 1987, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have had a popular run on television with various acclaimed series, including several 2000s era reboots. Nobody cares about this, bro.
Fashion Nova.
Fashion Nova trying to. It's like, to buy our clothes. No, I don't want to. Leave me alone.
My goddamn burrito is so fucking burnt.
Holy.
That's not a burrito, man. That's a burnt burrito. It's totally different.
Is that it right there?
Is that a doodle log? What's going on?
Dude, I'm so fucking pissed.
Uh-oh.
That shit looks like it got pulled straight out of a fireplace.
Dude,
it's like
they
your log.
shoved it on the grill and
like
fucking
a piece
forgot
of
about
burnt
it.
wood.
Damn. Just got a big old black log just sitting on your plate. And it's like, man, I want to take a bite out of this, man. I'm stressed out.
Yeah, well, I'll get my money back on that one.
I heard that.
Bro, where'd you get it from?
Taco Bell.
Oh, no. You need to
Why you never go to Taco Bell?
Yeah. Taco Hell.
That's maybe in a 6 months, 7 months where
somebody would.
You know what? Let me get this real quick before I go live.
Oh man.
I do know on some of the stuff I was reading earlier when McFarlane drops his teasers. He did. I think we're getting a full-on play sets, the whole nine.
Oh wow!
Yeah, figures, play sets, vehicles. We're gonna get like the whole entire lineup.
Maybe get a couple of like Lego sets too. Like
I'm sure Lego will get something out of it too. They always do.
I mean, if you don't make a deal with Lego, I mean, you're missing out because they're the biggest toy producer in the world. So
yeah,
that is a fact.
Yeah, I'm sure they will. I mean, they always get their piece of every pie.
Yeah.
So,
does anybody know what happened to Playmates?
Playmates went under, I believe.
Yeah, I would think they did. Like what?
Karma.
Yeah.
Like the 90s.
Bankruptcy.
Late 90s. I mean, the whole thing was the Turtles were a toy selling cartoon. Okay, so they come out with a season. New characters would pop up, new versions of the characters, and Playmates would then, hey, I'm going to release 10 different figures and stuff. And that was a good model. It was a good model for all toy makers in the late 80s, early 90s. But it came to a point where production of a lot of these toys, especially in different, Playmates chose the scale and the detail of the toy that wasn't going to be sustainable if there was no cartoon to back it.
Yeah,
its interest.
I never liked those figures. They were the 4-inch or 5-inch figures, I think.
Yeah, they're like 5.5 inches tall. They didn't match anybody else.
Like even the Marvel Legends and the X-Men and a bunch of the older Batman and stuff, they were all like the 4.5 or 5.5-inch figures. And then this is what I loved about when McFarlane started coming out with toys. He was just like, you know what? I'll give you a 7-inch figure for everything across the board, and then I'll drop you a deluxe and a 12. And the deluxe, I mean, hang on one second. I'll show you what the deluxe looks like. That's what one of his deluxes look like. This is the Commando Spawn from Mortal Kombat. And this is a hefty figure.
Yeah.
So this would be considered like his deluxe.
Yeah.
And like he's just released his, I guess it would be his winter preview. So it'd be his winter figures that just he just released them. He released 3 figures and 2 of the figures are deluxe this time.
I just think Playmates ended up running out of material to sell. That was the kids, the initial people who purchased. I mean, if you have a series that goes on for 8 years, or let's say 6 years, the initial kid that purchased your toys was 8 or 9. He's grown out of the market pretty much. Yeah. And to keep interest, you either need new kids to sign on to the series, which the series had already ended. So Playmates kind of, and then, like I said, they chose a line that was more expensive to make. So when you look at it now, 6-inch seems to be the key number. DC, Marvel, everything Hasbro puts out, they all have a 6-inch version.
It's 7 now.
Or 7-inch. Because like Star Wars has the Black Series, which was a 6-inch version. Marvel has Marvel Legends, it's a 6-inch version. DC has the DC Universe 6-inch. So basically, you have 112, 1/6, and 1/18.
7.
6 inches is a safe bet.
Yeah, but if it's done by McFarlane, he normally stays with the 7-inch range.
Yeah, but he's more of a collectible, not just like he doesn't turn out as many posable figures. They're more like statuesque.
No, all his figures can be pulled out and played with just like a regular action figure. There's like 32 points of articulation on almost every single one of his figures.
Oh, wow. I thought the ones that I had, the only Spawn figures I had, like maybe their arms would move.
And not the early 90s ones, yeah. But over time, as he perfected his figure, they all have, I think, come with like 32 points of articulation.
Because that's important. I mean,
amazing.
You don't want to go too much and you don't want to go too little if you're selling towards kids. You get too many moving parts, then you've got a situation kind of like Gundam, where you can't sell a Gundam to a kid, you know?
I wouldn't sell no, that's like, plus a Gundam figure is like $200 or something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Especially if you get the ones out of Japan, they're like
shooting missiles.
Yeah, the series I collect, the Joy Toy 1/18th series, is Joy Toy 1/18th is got everything from mechs to soldiers to whatever. I collect a lot of those. They're very, very detailed. They're only made overseas, but they have so many moving parts and replaceable parts. It's not marketed towards kids.
No, it's marketed toward collectors.
Yeah. So you got, unlike Marvel Legends, if they buy a Marvel Legend, they could play with a Marvel Legends toy. Yeah, you probably shouldn't because they're not really designed for that. They're made to be posed and stationary. And that reflects when their joints break. Then you got G.I. Joe. You're supposed to play with him. He can be repositioned a bazillion times and not fall apart. You know what I mean? That's the difference. And I think the Turtles had that with their original toys. You could play with those things until, the paint came off.
Yeah, I think their hips moved.
Yeah.
Maybe two movable in the wrist. So
arms, wrists, knees, or something, I think.
I think there is 6 total. Yeah. The original Ninja Turtles, the heads, the shoulders, the elbows, the hands,
And
the knees, and the hips were the only
Yeah.
things that moved.
So I
It
mean, a
wasn't
lot of it
until-
is like it's like the success of the Power Rangers. The success of the Power Rangers. Power Rangers was brought here basically to sell toys.
Yeah.
So a lot of that success for the toys, where you still see the toys, the same I don't know, strategy with the toys that they've had since 1990. It works because they constantly have a new show
Mhm.
to back up the toys, get new
Right.
kids to buy into it. Turtles
And
fell off when the series fell off, and then with each reboot, they tried to initiate, oh, here's a new toy, but the reboots only lasted like a year.
And that's
You don't
when they
have a
started
fan
getting
base.
into the
Yeah.
obscure figures like Genghis Frog and
Yeah,
Ray Fillet.
Yeah, and each reboot will like pick and choose like what
Now,
they
some of
wanna
those
take from
figures,
the
though,
source
some of
material.
the figures that came later, like the Genghis Frogs and the Ray Fillets and those odd ones, those are worth a good amount of money because they never produced a lot of them.
yeah.
Right, and probably after this movie, they'll probably go for more too.
Especially if you even unopened, like opened, like the open
Yeah.
figures, they are still going for a ridiculously amount of money.
Yeah.
Right, and going back to Power Rangers, like the Turtles have even like crossed over with the Power Rangers, and I'm not specifically talking.
I have
about
it. I have a couple of them.
The one episode.
No,
that-
I'm talking about the comic books.
Yeah, I was mainly talking about the comic books too.
Yeah.
Because they're even doing an issue now, like
There's a
for-
current run right now going.
for Power Rangers with TMNT 2.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'm got the first 2 issues of it so far.
I'm not
Really?
collecting it because I don't want to get too crazy with it. But the new current Power Ranger run from Boom Studios has been phenomenal. It's produced a lot of really cool covers. I'm not a big fan of them, the Power Rangers in general.
Yeah.
But ooh,
We got a question from Danny Stewart.
yeah, no, you're
yeah, how
absolutely
many-
right.
How many people learned about Usagi Yojimbo from the 90s TMNT series and had to find out later he's had his own thing?
Mm-hmm.
It's a
Yeah.
very good question.
He's had his own comic book, like around the same time as the Ninja Turtles.
Really?
I definitely got him from the 2003 series because he was even in that, and probably took me however long, probably a decade to learn that. Oh wait, he has his own series. What the hell?
Yeah, I always liked him a lot because I liked the original, like his separate stuff as well.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and his current comic book run is phenomenal too. From what I hear, I've not read it yet. I
And
may get it when it comes out as an appendum or something.
Yeah, they had a good offshoot of that in the
Mhm.
late 90s too,
I
I
want to
believe.
say he makes an appearance in the last Ronin
Hmm.
in the Lost Years,
Nice.
because
Yeah.
you think about it, Michelangelo, he goes through hell and high water, literally travels the world to find the son of a bitches that killed his family. So he's in Japan, he's in China, he's in Europe, and that's what the Lost Years is kind of giving us right now, is that
That journey.
the journey of how he got to the point of he obliterated like everybody and then took his own life. Spoiler alert, sorry guys, but it's a beautiful
It's
fucking
even more
story.
tragic.
Listen, I
It's
feel
even
the
more
pressure.
tragic.
Kevin
ending.
Eastman for that dude, he put some tears in my eyes and gave me
Elite.
some really great comic books.
And
out of it.
I missed that. I mean, I know that's the new stuff coming out isn't targeted towards us, the old heads, but I miss the original 1984, Turtles. They were a lot more serious. Like
So- No, go ahead. I'm
I-
sorry.
I just felt like, when it got to the point where they're launching pizzas out of the turtle van, it had
Fucking
gone so far away from the first Turtles that I knew, like when they only had the red bandanas, all of them.
Right,
and
the
that
original,
they
the
were
original-
lethal ninjas.
Yeah, they were
Yeah,
supposed to be like the original
Exactly.
series was supposed to be so dark, so serious, like more like I'm gonna gut you like the coward you are.
I
It's
gotta
like
go
stuff
get
like
mine
that.
now.
But I
So-
mean, like when you have epic skilled warriors and that's what you're kind of focused on, it's hard to stay away from that. You know what I mean? I mean, look at the fact, like Wolverine, until they let Wolverine have a movie where he could be visceral, you didn't get Wolverine. You got,
the 97 comic.
Yeah, because
Wolverine.
I'm like, dude,
TV show.
when you have ninjas, they have to be able to draw blood.
That's
If you're going to have a show where it's all people just punching each other, that's cool. But that's not ninja. Ninjas use weapons. Ninjas use tactics and, sabotage and espionage. And, and when you go back in those first comics, those black and white comics, they're dicing people. They're in the streets cleaning house. And that's what the people are scared of. They're scared of them because they're like, oh, crap. You pull a gun on someone, those turtles will kill you.
Yep. Now that Danny mentioned when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles met Savage Dragon, which Savage Dragon's another character from Image Comics, I believe, is where he first appeared, if I ain't mistaken.
I think so. Yeah.
But so this is the hardback Last Ronin full compendium.
Nice.
I also have the entire run of all 5 volumes as well.
Oh wow!
Is he still pinning stories for that, or?
Yeah. So this one is done.
Okay.
This one is completed. The Last Ronin, book 5 was like, it gave you the final gory details. What he's done now is he's given us those stories that happened
in between
the 5 volumes, like how he ended up here, what he went through. And so that's kind of what we're getting with the Lost Years.
Yeah.
And then tell you how big of a fan I am of this series. This is a metal proof.
Oh wow.
Of it.
You spent some bread on this.
Oh wow.
Actually, this was I forgot how much this one cost.
Oh, Danny, we didn't actually go over that.
Yeah. Danny's asking, did you guys cover that TMNT started as a spoof on Daredevil? Is that actually true?
I don't think so.
I have never heard of it, but I'm interested to find out more.
Oh my.
Yeah.
I'd have to look that up.
That sounds amazing, man. Now that I think about it.
Oh my gosh! And if we're talking crossovers, let's not forget Batman versus
Batman and the Turtles. Yeah,
that was a good one.
Yeah, people.
And that's weird too because I only saw portions of it, but Batman has his one rule:
don't not kill.
And the comic book Turtles are no joke about they kill.
Yeah,
And
the actual comic books, the Ninja Turtles have no problems fucking you up.
Yeah,
they will kill you. Literally, the Last Ronin, Michelangelo was murking. He ended a whole fucking bloodline because they killed his family. He ended the entire bloodline. We're talking babies, children, women, all of them. Murked their asses. Michelangelo did not fuck around.
So I got a question. Does Daredevil have that rule as well?
Do not kill?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's basically like, I'm not taking,
He wouldn't take a life, but if you died, you died, basically.
Yeah. He wouldn't come out like trying to kill, but if you died, because Batman will go out of his way not to kill.
For sure.
Batman's like
extreme circumstances for Daredevil.
Would go out of his way not to take a life for sure.
Okay, so he's in the same boat basically.
Yeah, but if you died, you died.
Because like Spider-Man is in that boat, but then you've got people like Captain America. He's not in that boat. He's like, if they die while I'm fighting them, they died while I fight them. I won't go out trying to murder people, but oh well. I'm just wondering, like, the
if
red
you
mask.
Die, you die.
Okay. Daredevil's costume.
If he dies, he dies.
That's because of DD's costume. Okay.
Oh, that's cool.
I have to look that up for sure.
Danny's spitting knowledge on us, man.
Hey, that's cool.
Is that D. Danny Stewart from Comically Inclined?
It sure is.
Probably. Tell Blake hi.
Okay. Yeah. So if it's Danny Stewart, the Danny Stewart from Comically Inclined that we all love, the dude knows what the hell he's talking about. So
yeah,
I will take it.
I'm definitely interested. I'd like to look into that. because I thought that the original idea was like satire or parody.
Yep.
But then it had so much traction with the the story that it was different. It was a completely different take. It hit the
because it makes sense. And also when you think about it, like Danny apparently said in the comments, Daredevil fights the hand, the Turtles fight the foot.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, very true.
That's true.
Yeah,
this is hell, man.
This is for Jeff's essay.
Yeah.
Let's fucking just bring on Danny.
Yeah.
Let him educate me and us.
All of us for sure. I only know so much. Like I said, all I know is from the movies and the shows and some of the games too. Have you all played any of the Turtles games?
I loved every single one.
I love the Turtles games, especially for Game Boy.
Dude, that Game Boy, the Game Boy one, and was it this one on Nintendo or Super NES? That was like really fucking difficult.
Nintendo. That was the NES.
Was supposed to be like really difficult.
So
old school, undefeated champion.
You needed a fucking game genie to fucking beat this level.
I used to get dragged.
It's like the Lion King on NES.
Like you're a goddamn turtle, but you would fucking drown.
Yep. You slip in the sewer. Dude, they slipped and drowned in the sewer. And you're like, that's their home, bro.
That's their home.
How you going to drown at home? These guys are supposed to be heroes.
He's like, wait a minute, he can't swim? What?
Exactly. They're goddamn turtles.
Oh, man. But yeah, no, they've made like a good, at least dozen games for sure.
That was, yeah.
Yeah, and they've even they were in Injustice 2 as well.
Were they?
They were in like
their DLC for Injustice. I'm pretty sure.
I didn't know that.
You could pick any of them as like to fight, and it was really cool. It was more reminiscent of like the original movie.
Yeah, actually, think about it. Back in the late '80s, early '90s, Nintendo made all the characters drown. I mean, Ninja Gaiden, if he fell in the water, you're like, he's a ninja, bro.
It shows him running on
he runs on exactly. He runs on it.
It shows him like doing his little
Scrooge
ninja
McDuck
thing.
probably too from DuckTales.
Yeah, he's underwater with a little
Yeah.
He falls off the edge though. When you're playing, he's done. Metal Gear, you're done.
Logic, man.
I'm like,
I swear.
Snake, man. Snake's in Metal Gear. He's a genetically enhanced, espionage soldier. He fall in the water. Sorry, you didn't have the scuba mask. If you had the scuba mask, he'd be okay.
Yeah. Where do I get the goddamn scuba mask? Oh, you used it the first time you died.
Yeah, he fights giant robots,
find another
but he can't swim.
Yeah.
Oh man, has anyone here played the game they came out with last year, Shredder's Revenge?
No.
I've been out of the video game world for a little bit now.
I've been meaning to get it. From what I've
heard,
what
platform is it?
It's like Switch, PlayStation. I'm pretty sure
if it's on Switch, I'll have to find it.
Is that the 4-player one that they came out with? The multi?
Yeah, the co-op one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What I've heard is like one of the best games that they've had the Turtles do.
It's kind of like the old arcade one, right? The big 4-player arcade.
Stylized it like an old arcade game.
So okay. Yeah, it looked dope. It did. Yeah. That's one Willie and Kately were going on about, like they're going to play it as soon as it comes out because they remembered the old school arcade.
Right.
Because I think we've all dropped at least $10 in that game.
At least an arcade.
Bro, I probably dropped a car note on that shit.
Yeah. I did on Street Fighter for real. Street Fighter, I probably should have taken out a loan. I played Street Fighter so much.
The original Mortal Kombat.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and Killer Instinct when it first came out for a little while because everyone's like, "Oh, something different." Then after a while, you're just like, "Eh."
Killer Instinct on Super Nintendo.
Man, I miss Killer Instinct. I miss that game so much.
Every now and then you hit it just right, and you get that like 100-hit combo.
Yeah.
No.
I just wish that they would have expanded more.
Away.
What was that?
You would just sit the controller down and walk away. You'd come back 5 minutes later, and you're still at like
still kicking his ass.
7 of the combo.
Yeah, it's getting eat up. I'm like, oh my Jesus,
man.
Yeah,
my heart's always still with Street Fighter though. But yeah, Turtles, the arcade. I that was like the X-Men arcade. I dropped money on that too, man.
Yeah.
4-player, facing Magneto. That was the junk, man.
But it was like The X-Men game though, it was like you didn't like you got it was Cyclops,
Storm.
Wolverine.
Was Wolverine in?
Yeah, Wolverine, Nightcrawler,
and
Colossus.
Colossus, yeah.
That's right.
That was your only choices, man. It's like,
Yeah.
Can I get a Rogue?
Yeah.
Can I get a Jean Grey?
I would have gone with either Wolverine or Nightcrawler.
Yeah. I mean, Colossus was cool for like he did a little area effect kind of thing, but overall he was super slow. So you're like, if you got stuck with Colossus, you're like, it's gonna take me half a day just to get across the screen.
Yep. By the time you would get to the fight, like you're like, oh,
yeah.
Well, let me
but
hit
they
that
distinctly
wrong
they made them all different.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got a surprise guest.
What's up, guys? How do I sound?
Good.
Sound like a fucking champ, bro.
I missed a little bit. You guys were talking about Shredder's Revenge is a great game.
Now I gotta go find it.
You know that's cross-platform, right?
Oh, sweet.
Ooh, so we can all play it.
Yep. You can play Switch, Xbox, and PS5 together all at the same time.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah. What up, Will?
Yo, what's good, man?
Well, that's good, guys. Yeah, so what I was talking about, the Ninja Turtles, Eastman and Laird started them as a spoof on the Daredevil comics. That's why
I didn't know that. That to me is freaking cool because
very cool.
Laird and Eastman to me are they're up there with the Capullo and McFarlane.
Oh
like,
yeah, dude.
They're my pinnacle. You know, they're up there. So,
like, how many of our childhoods were just informed almost entirely by Ninja Turtles? You know, the movie,
everything,
TV show. You guys were talking about the action figures earlier. I had like my original Michelangelo Ninja Turtle figure. I played with that thing for like 5 years probably before it like broke an arm or anything off of it.
Yep.
So.
But they were solid plastic back then.
Actually, I have one still in the blister pack.
Really?
As a matter of fact, who's all your favorite turtle? Like
my favorite?
Yeah, Mikey's my favorite.
This was tied between Mikey and Donnie for me.
Raphael, when he went all rogue, when he become what was it, the Rogue One or whatever, or Rogue something.
That was sick.
Like Raphael got pissed off, went rogue, and fucking murked a bunch of people, bunch of bad guys. That was it was a comic book. But then what really made me fall in love with Michelangelo was honestly The Last Ronin.
The last one.
Oh yeah, dude.
That was to me like because he's the fun-loving turtle,
right?
You know, the pizza, skateboarding. You know, let me rock out. But then to see him go from that fun-loving character to straight murking a bloodline in 5 issues was
body bags.
Like, dude, he didn't care about body bags. He just
it was
left you there.
Definitely Leonardo. Like I remember me and my sister, we used to get into arguments because like she loved Raphael, the red one with the red bandana. And and my favorite color is blue, and I'm like, no, Leonardo's better. And so she would be like, well, guess what? Raphael's the leader. And I'm like, no, he's not. Leonardo is. And I'm like, and we would just go back and forth. I'm like, Leonardo's the leader.
I think Leonardo did originally start out as the leader.
He did.
And I think it was during the original cartoon is when Leonardo became the leader, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
Right. And in the last animated series they did, Rise, Raph was actually the leader in that. And
yeah,
it was really nice to see him like take on a more like I'm gonna take the charge and look after you guys role.
Like the thing I love about Raphael, like the original like 90s series, that Raphael was just a wise ass.
Yeah.
And
like that's why
like you could almost say that like Chandler's character from Friends was based on that Raphael.
Yeah, he's like a real always looking to drop the the snide comment or the jab at someone,
Well, in the comic book he would drop the 4-letter words too. That was him.
Yeah, and then you got the live action movies later that made him like this hard edge, like tough guy wannabe. And then they've kind of kept that rocking with Raphael since. In pretty much every
he was always the the hard ass who wanted to be the big brother to everybody in the group.
Exactly.
I would say that's true for everything but the
cared too
90s
much.
series. I would
Yes,
agree
he
with that.
cared about people and his loved ones way too much. And it led him to make irrational decisions.
He doesn't always show it the best way, but he for sure does.
Well, that's why he went rogue at one point, and he's like, okay, they say I can't kill these fuckers. I'm going to run away, go rogue.
And kill these
go murk all these sons of bitches.
Kill these fuckers.
Yeah.
And I think it took.
I remember that. I had a T-shirt with Raphael said, "I'm gonna kill these fuckers."
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That was the third season toy that was released. It was like,
Yeah, I had that. Yeah, there was the Humphrey Bogart Raphael
and
figure.
then murk these bitches.
Yeah, I believe he had a Punisher logo on his chest.
Yeah. That would have been awesome, bro.
Hey, we did get the Monsters Ninja Turtle crossover from NECA action figures.
Yeah, those things are sweet too.
Yeah.
Well, do you think this new series is going to be more lighthearted like the 90s, or are they going to try to temper or mix it? Because what was it in 2012 you're talking about, Cameron? Was it 12 or 8?
The TMNT movie?
The season they released was they weren't hardcore, but they were obviously a little more. I can't remember which one it was.
2012, definitely 2012.
Yeah, they were a little more serious than the 90s, but they weren't hard like.
Well, they definitely got harder and more serious.
I think what we're going to get in this series is a legit. And I know I've said this a couple of times already. I think we're going to get a reboot to when they're really coming into their own turtles. So they're still kind of childish, immature-ish, probably the first movie. Or toward the end of it, you might see a little bit more maturity come out of them. But that's what I think we're going to get from this movie from Seth Rogen.
You think it's going to launch a series, or you think it's just going to be movies?
I really don't.
Is just one film so far.
I think that's all they've agreed to is a singular movie so far. And I think if this movie does freaking fantastic, which is going to take, basically my generation down to probably Deontay's generation to go watch this movie and fill the theaters to really give it that success it's going to need to get to that second movie, I think.
For sure.
I think we were headed the right direction when we got the computer animated TMNT that predates the what's his name, the guy that does the Transformers movies.
Michael Bay.
That predates Michael Bay's attempt at a Ninja Turtles movie. The Michael Bay movies are not good. There's some.
Are what
we were literally talking about them.
I think they're okay.
They
I
are.
assumed I missed that.
I enjoy them. I think they're okay.
I did.
They're
It's literally Transformers 2.0.
Right. The thing with those movies is they do a good job of giving you a couple of like nods to the canon, to the fandom, to like the 90s series and all of that stuff. But it like beginning to end, it's pretty cringy, I think, for both of them.
Well, I really enjoyed the 2007 animated movie, the one you're speaking of. That one was excellent.
That was like cinematically pleasing as a Ninja
It should have been. It should have been an ongoing, But I was kind of wondering. My question was more if this movie is going to kick off like a Nickelodeon series. Like
2012.
Yeah, like I felt like 2007 kind of kicked off the interest in making series.
I don't want it to be Nickelodeon though.
Well, Nickelodeon basically owns the rights to Turtles?
Yeah.
I don't. Do they have the rights to it now?
They've been doing.
I think they still do.
Okay. Yeah, the movies. The last two ones were by Nickelodeon. The last two shows were by Nickelodeon.
How about the Michael Bay stuff? Was that Nickelodeon included?
Nickelodeon, I think, is in the credits. Like they have to give credit to Nickelodeon for the property.
I think Nickelodeon belongs to that parent studio.
Yeah, Paramount. Paramount owns Nickelodeon, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, that makes sense. I mean,
I think what we're gonna get is like a nostalgia fest from Seth Rogen. We'll probably get something that resembles the original animated series, but it also plays into them being teenagers a little more because I don't know if you've noticed, but they've definitely cast teenagers to voice them this time as opposed to
we went over the
grown ass men.
Earlier.
Right.
Yeah. Honestly, all the kids they got to play characters. They're all experienced voice actors in their own right. Some have some real acting chops to their cred.
Yeah.
But when you I brought it to IMDb to keep over here on my other screen while we were discussing the people playing these characters earlier. And as you hear these kids and you kind of see these kids, and then you can kind of notice a little bit of the Ninja Turtle personality with each of these kids so far. So that's kind of cool to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely wanted to. The trailer didn't show me too much, but
it did.
I
It
definitely
teased the shit with
He's a little bit.
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Splinter
Like a
looks
glimpse
like he's
of,
got a
like,
fucking
One
Afro.
very brief
Awesome.
conversation with
Trailer.
April.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
So that last Ninja Turtles series that Nickelodeon did was like sacrilege compared to.
Yeah, I was
Other
not
than
a
that-
fan. I didn't get into it.
I will.
I
2012.
can't remember. I don't think I've watched it. I feel like I missed that whole.
You didn't miss it. Trust
I didn't
me.
They
watch-
recently dropped the movie on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
It
This
was
last
that
year,
bad?
a couple of months ago. Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that bad, huh?
Well,
Yeah,
I-
it's okay.
it's good.
Uh,
It's good. It's not the best for sure. 2012, in my opinion, is my best and my favorite. But Rise, it's good. It's not the best, but yeah, they definitely try to
But-
do something different. They're more goofy and more of like
Lighthearted.
Yeah, for sure. And more like, yeah, we can just stumble through and just go on. But no, they do get more serious as it goes on. I think the second season got a lot better for sure.
Well, like Ben Schwartz, if I think that's the name, right? The
Mhm.
guy that does the voice of Leo,
Mhm.
and he was in Parks and Rec.
He's
yeah.
also
They-
Sonic too.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of made this a starring vehicle for him as Leonardo, but he isn't really able to play that like serious leader of the team role. So instead, he's like the silliest one out of the group.
Which is ironic.
And
Yeah,
and
he's
Raphael
more like
has to
cracking
be like
jokes and,
the-
like being nonchalant.
yeah, he's goofy, and
Yeah.
That's
goofy
kinda weird
Leonardo
for that, yeah.
is
Mike
hard
is
to
goofy
watch.
too, but he's also like more artistic and just
Right.
yeah.
And Raph is like the grizzled leader, even though they're all the same age. And Splinter's even sillier than the rest of them. He's like he's like Uncle from the Jackie Chan Adventures.
He's
And that's kinda
watching.
cool
He's
to
watching
me.
his own
One
movies that
more
he's
thing.
starring in. He's just laying about. He looks short and stubby. Granted, he can still move, but yeah. But
And I'm kind of liking that though. And what I want to really see from each of these characters that they have big names on, like Rocksteady is John Cena. If
Mhm.
John Cena does not get to do a John Cena reference as Rocksteady, I'll be so fucking disappointed. If I don't get
Like-
one of these
like
or
you,
something,
or
Yeah.
like him just saying, "You can't see me."
exactly. You have to let them do something.
Yeah.
See, I mean, shit, you got if Paul Rudd doesn't make a reference to Ant-Man or something or anything like that,
Mhm.
or maybe Giancarlo Esposito as Baxter, if he doesn't make a reference to Quantum, whatever,
Moff
then
Gideon.
Or
something,
or Breaking Bad or something.
Yeah.
Or the
Yeah,
Breaking Bad chicken,
reference in the
like
Turtles movie.
Pollo Loco
Yeah.
restaurant.
yeah, Pollo Loco restaurant.
God.
You know, that's where he's hanging out.
if Post Malone doesn't drop a fucking beat or something,
I was
Even
kind of
though Post
shocked to
Malone's
see
the
him on the
same
list. I was
Post
like,
Malone's probably gonna record a song for this movie.
well,
they're
yeah,
probably gonna
Ice
break it
Cube
out
as
into a
well.
musical.
Ice
It'll
Cube's
never
in
be
it.
as good as Ninja Rap.
Nothing.
But I'm like-
will beat that.
Mhm.
Fucking
No.
Vanilla Ice dancing with the 4 Ninja Turtles.
you know, sometimes when I see stuff like Post Malone is credited in the movie, I think about the situation like the Eternals when they bring on what's his name? The very end of the movie, they brought
Harry
him on.
Harry Styles.
Harry Styles.
A Star
What was
Fox.
the purpose of that at all?
Star
I don't know.
Power at the end of the
It
movie.
depends on what they do with the character from here, because Star Fox is a huge character from
Yeah.
the
He is,
Eternals.
but
Right.
his cameo made no purpose to the movie. So it was just
Right.
like, we're gonna give him a name, throw him in, just so we could say we did it, and his face is
Well,
up on there because we know he's got
The
fans.
whole point of that movie
It's just
was
money.
to get. Well, no, we needed the what was it? The Colossus to fall.
The Titans.
The Titan to fall, because that's where it becomes a mutant
Adamantium.
haven, and it's
Yeah.
also where Adamantium was born. Yes. So we kind of needed
That's
that.
the fan theory, is that adamantium is going to be mined off of the The
The
celestial body.
celestial.
And it
The
also
dead celestial that was already in the planet.
yes.
So what does that have to do
Yep.
with Star
Damn it.
Fox?
Nothing to do with Star Fox.
Nothing.
Exactly.
Well, he
Harry
offered-
Styles
he-
did
Star
not
Fox
need to be
raised
in the
more
movie.
questions than
Well,
he
he
answered.
offered them help in
Yeah.
finding the others because Arisha
Yeah.
took the others.
He showed up to be a guide across the galaxy. Like, thank you,
Right.
ship's computer. Thank you.
Mhm.
We
Okay,
have
I
that.
think the biggest-
we will take
We have,
Carl Rock.
we have Google Maps. Thank you, Star Fox. Google Maps is going to help us out. You can go ahead and kick rocks.
Fucking
What was the
Carl Rocket
point?
Raccoon.
He
As
was
he
there
tries-
to sell tickets, man. Plain and
As he tries
simple.
to flirt
He
with
has a bunch of
Thanos is
fans.
my
They knew
bro,
putting his
bro.
face and stuff in the movie was going to sell tickets to little girls and boys who follow Harry Styles. That's it.
Mhm.
I mean, yes.
Answer this for me though. If they spend the whole movie making it apparent that all of the Eternals are robots that can't have kids or whatever,
Yeah, they're
why did they show Thanos' brother in the last scene of the movie? And he's like, "Yeah, I'm Thanos' brother," and it's like, how?
Yeah.
They can't
How?
have kids. How are you related?
Why are the two robots doing the dirty in the desert?
Yeah.
Explain yourself.
So
I mean-
Robot dirty time.
well, they were never considered robots. They're just clones, and he's just
Yeah,
kinda
they're artificial life forms that cannot reproduce.
automatons.
They can't reproduce.
Well, humans and dolphins are the only two species that have sex for pleasure, and I guess you can throw Eternals in that.
Eternals. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
There you go.
add one more to the
I
list.
mean, that
Why
answers
not?
that answers the sex in the desert question at least.
Yeah. You know, and I mean, I'm sorry, but that movie was just had too many weak loopholes to.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the only reason they did it is to get to that.
Yeah,
That cutscene.
The
They
they
first
could have
scene.
done a Marvel short on a YouTube Marvel short and taken care of that whole situation.
Disney Plus has tons of. That's the so if rumors stay true, which I hope they do, we're gonna get like 1 hour shorts on Disney Plus to introduce the mutants to the MCU.
I hope so too.
That would have been.
Guys.
They could have spent the money on Eternals to do that and make more shorts, and it would have made a whole lot more sense.
And been a lot
If-
cheaper too.
But I mean, I wouldn't have gotten to see, you know, a cowboy ranch with you know, I don't know.
If I was going to go out on a limb with the Eternals and say what the intent was there, I think it was that they were hoping they'd get a Guardians of the Galaxy type boost
Right.
to their popularity, where it's like another team and
No.
that's popular from the comics, but nobody really knows outside of
With-
it, and that
With
people
twice
were
as
going to be
many
like, "Fuck yeah, the Eternals,
characters
man! I love
Yeah.
the
as
Eternals," and
Guardians.
it just
Yeah.
didn't happen. It just
Yeah.
didn't happen.
it definitely
All-star
fell
cast.
short.
Mhm.
He's like,
Definitely.
And they went out and got some good
Salma
names to
Hayek.
play.
Yeah,
um,
And I don't blame the
Angelina
actors at all.
Jolie.
I love
That's-
the actors who they got for the most part, like Angelina and Richard and
Salma.
Don Lee and
Yeah.
Kumail. Drew.
I would have
That's
liked to
a
have
great
seen more
plot
with
twist
their
where they kill
speedster.
Icarus off.
I thought the speedster was very interesting.
Yeah.
I thought
It was probably one of the better characters.
Yeah. But we got very little time with the ones that I felt were the most interesting
Mm-hmm.
because I felt like they focused more on the faces that sold the movie. Like
Well,
the
they
way
didn't
I
have
view
the
it is,
name.
the money grabs are like Aliens, the Prometheus movie. It's a money grab when you throw 15 big faces that are popular with everybody
Whoa.
Charlize Theron.
into a movie.
Hey.
And they don't really serve a purpose. They're not that
Ooh.
important. Their story isn't
Ooh.
developed. Their characters aren't developed. But their face sells
Ooh.
tickets and puts asses in seats in the movie theater.
I think
That's
I think
what we
Jeff's
got with
suffering
Big
from
Trouble.
a heart attack right now.
Bro, take it easy on the Alien franchise, man.
Bro,
That was
I love
actually-
Alien. But we don't even need to talk about those two terrible movies that came out.
Then we don't need to talk
terrible,
about them.
yes, but what they gave to the franchise is what they needed to give to the franchise.
I don't
He's
think
just
it was
banging
terrible.
his head against
Yeah,
the wall.
it's-
Okay.
Oh.
Another point about Eternals is that
think it was
we have
okay.
Kid Harington in the movie as well.
That-
We don't get enough of him, and
That
he
will
has to
restart
be-
the heart. Some
and
Kid
he's supposed-
Harington for you.
And apparently, he's supposed to be the teasing that he's going to be the Black Knight, especially at the second credits with the Ebony Blade, and then we hear Mahershala Ali as Blade.
Yeah. Is that going to happen? I keep seeing stuff, but it's
Blade
you know
is back
Green
on.
light.
It finally
Is
got
it?
greenlit.
Blade should happen.
Because you keep hearing stuff one way or the other, and then all these fan-made trailers keep popping up, and I'm like, dude, I just want to see something real.
Fan-made posters.
Marshall Ali finally, in an interview, was like, "Oh yeah, it's on." And it was on a legit
because they had a hard time
channel.
sticking to a director and just pushing back filming
start.
Okay. It's very similar to how like The Flash took forever to start.
Here's the thing.
Blade will happen.
Well, it's hard when your actor keeps going out and kidnapping people, to finish a movie. It's hard,
Agreed.
You're like, can you stop slapping waitresses and kidnapping girls so we can finish our movie, please?
Dude,
please.
If they fuck up,
maybe quit starting cults.
Quit starting a cult. Flash can't run with a home monitoring device on his ankle. Okay, we can't have that in the movie. He can't be on house arrest going.
Wait a minute, does Barry Allen know Chloe Sullivan from Smallville?
Bro, almost the same boat, but not quite the same boat.
Bart Allen was in Smallville.
Hey, they're almost. So here's that pea pod. They're almost in the same pea pod. That pod almost grew together, man. Because he was like, one selling of a child away from being the same.
Yep.
Well, gents, this has been a blast. I'm glad I got to jump on here with you. I will catch you later. I got to go do something. But
hey, y'all gonna be on. Hey, before he goes, y'all check out Comically Inclined tomorrow.
That's right.
You will be on tomorrow.
Jeff, are you going to be on tomorrow?
You want me on tomorrow?
You want to be on tomorrow?
Dude, all you got to do is say the word and I'm there.
All right, you're on tomorrow.
You're there.
Hey,
all
I'm
right.
in.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
Peace.
Right,
Saturday night nerds. You guys
this
are shit.
Yeah,
Have a great night.
All right, bro.
Always good to plug those fellas. They're good people.
For sure.
I get worried with anytime we have a franchise, especially Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is close, near and dear to all of our childhoods and so on. When they get the reins on it, I mean, I'm glad the people who will have the reins right now, but you never know with studios and execs how it's going to roll out because I mean, Seth Rogen may be a uber nerd like the rest of us.
He's a big fan, so
look at what happened with Green Hornet. It wasn't that he didn't love the source material. It's that it didn't go. The studio wanted to flow a certain way.
Yeah,
and he didn't direct it either. So
he has more clout now than then. Yeah. I mean, he does. He has more control and clout for real.
Yeah, he is the top executive producer in Hollywood right now because he is funding so much.
And he helped make Preacher such a huge hit as well.
Oh yeah,
Preacher. Did y'all watch that? Be honest with me. Have you ever read it?
No,
I read parts of it. I really enjoyed the parts that I did get to read.
So if you can find the compendiums or something like that to read, go read them. Or if you can find the comic books, even better, because
Thomas might have a little bit of Preacher, to be honest.
Because I'm still looking for like some Preacher #1s and stuff like that aren't.
Oh, dude, if you could find that, you'd be set.
Well, so I can get one right now, but it's the I think 10th anniversary edition.
Oh, the re-release. Yeah,
it's a re-release with the original cover on the front. But it's kind of like when you find that 30th anniversary edition of the Spider-Man one.
Yeah.
I don't want that shit. I want.
It's nice to have the cover, but it's not the real deal. Yeah.
I want #1.
I want the #1,
and also,
I'll probably pay a premium for it if I can find it.
Right, and also Seth Rogen. I heard a couple of years ago. Hopefully, he's still on it. He wants to make a series for Darkwing Duck in the same style as like DuckTales was made a few years ago.
Yep,
you can't go wrong with that. Actually,
oh yeah.
Has anyone here watched like the DuckTales series? Like from
the new one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I actually enjoyed it.
It was phenomenal, and how they set up Darkwing Duck, like, they could do such a good job.
Yeah, and I liked it because they stayed true to his original origins. They didn't try to do a whole bunch of over the top stuff. They kept what it was.
And I liked how when we actually met like the Darkwing Duck in that show, that they went very meta, just like meet the actor who played it and the guy who's actually going to be Darkwing Duck with who's named Drake Mallard, and make the actor Negaduck. What?
Man, I can't.
Bro, I just love the opening. I love the opening so much.
When there's trouble,
That was
the opening was
awesome.
great. I love the original, but this one was just more pop. I feel like
it was
Darkwing Duck.
So on top of all this, we also may get gargoyles again too.
I heard that. That would be interesting.
We're already getting a comic book right now, which is phenomenal.
Wait a minute,
that's what I mean, and it's been able to go more into the past and origins and build, because it started to go that way with the series. You got like glimpses, but then
it had so much potential there.
I'm so ready for the gargoyle.
If we get a return from Gargoyles, we need two things: Greg Weisman behind it, and Keith David as Goliath.
Yes.
Oh,
exactly.
No, and hopefully Keith David signed one of those deals where if you do,
he will be the voice. Yeah,
he will be the voice, or he has given them the ability to go.
Original?
He did.
He was Goliath.
He is Goliath.
He is forever Goliath.
Yeah, he's the embodiment
I can't
of
imagine.
Goliath.
There's no one else I can think of or imagine doing Goliath.
He has such a profound voice. It just
you
carries
recognize
so
him,
much
no
feeling.
You recognize him
also
anywhere.
my Al
and
Simmons.
he's done so much sense.
Yep.
He
is definitely my Spawn too.
Like so.
Yep, he did play Spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the animated series Spawn.
Yep.
He was in Amphibia. He was in Stargirl just this last year.
Wait a minute. Keith David was.
Bro, he's in so many movies, and you just kind of forget because he's usually a supporting role.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So you don't really see that much. I mean, like from the Riddick movies to The Thing, which is like my all-time sci-fi favorite movie.
And
his
even like
chemistry with Kurt Russell, their little like, tension and stuff is excellent. I mean, they convey so much. It was excellent.
Like funny movies too, like Death at a Funeral and just Barbershop and just so he can do just about anything that he wants.
All you do is slide him the script.
Mm-hmm. Slide him the script, get like write a blank check,
and it's gold. I mean, you make a character for him to carry, it's going to be gold.
Yeah.
I mean, from Studio Ghibli. I mean, he did voiceovers for Studio Ghibli for characters.
When they brought stuff to
Princess Mononoke, he's the Boar King that comes down.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
it's epic, man. He is just amazing.
Princess Mononoke was a masterpiece.
Oh, dude, I watch it at least once a month here because I make my kids watch it.
Educate your babies.
Is Princess Mononoke.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Princess Mononoke and Nausicaa are on my top rotation.
I think Kiki's Delivery Service was my intro into anime.
There you go.
Yeah.
All of them, they all have the same kind of key elements that always pop up. It's like nature.
I didn't watch Studio Ghibli until my daughter got interested in it, and that's when I kind of started watching it. Dude, I'm freaking in my 40s, man. Come on.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Like my first, for me and EJ, our first probably intro to anime was probably Cowboy Bebop, Heavy Metal, and Akira.
Well, see, I grew up when I was in elementary school. I was in Hawaii, so our morning cartoons. I watched Robotech. I watched. So that was my intro to anime. When I got to the States, I was like, they don't have Robotech. They don't have Macross. They don't have
so you're actually getting the imported stuff from Japan to begin with.
Yeah, when I grew up. So I saw Nausicaa when I was little because it would come out in the early 80s, So that was something that was on rotation. Dragon Ball, the original Dragon Ball. Mm-hmm. I saw that in the 80s where Dragon Ball Z and a lot of the stuff that came was in the late 90s for everybody here. Yeah. I had a handheld Tiger game, like the Tiger baseball games, but it was Goku, little Goku, you're trying to learn how to throw fireballs. That's all it was. It was like throwing fireballs aside, and it was like a Dragon Ball game from 1980, whatever. Tiger handheld. It was
Dragon Ball got me hooked before Dragon Ball Z.
I think it was better than Dragon Ball Z.
Into anime,
I remember it more, to be honest.
It came when I was about 5 or 6, man. And I remember my first TV show when I started watching anime. My very first one was Trigun.
Ooh,
I was in a hospital and I was really sick. And
that's classic. That's 90s hand-drawn art right there.
I think it brings a sense of nostalgia because while I was in the hospital, like I was just now starting to recover from all the pain and stuff. And man, dude, that stuff was horrible as a kid. But I remember my mom was there, right? And she would be there right there by my bedside. She'd up there, read the Bible to me and stuff like that. And I remember one night I was up really late. She was asleep. I was like just watching TV, and that's when Toonami came on, and that's when Trigun popped up. And I'm like, dude, what the freak is this kind of cartoonish stuff? But it's not cartoons because they're showing blood and they're showing
serious cartoons,
cursing and stuff.
One of the first ones I remember, really got me hooked into anime was. Some of you guys might remember this one, Zatch Bell.
Yeah, I remember that.
Classic. And they didn't even finish it. Like they should have finished it. I wanted to
that used to piss me off so bad when you would never get a good finish.
Right.
Whether it's an anime, but your favorite cartoon as a kid.
I know.
It's mid '97, right?
But
the shit just ended out of nowhere.
But Zatch Bell just had humor. It had heart. It was.
It's like Tenchi Moyu. They carried that on Toonami for a while too, but they never played the last season. So it's like you got to see all the way up to where he becomes, really skilled as a warrior with that sword. He decides he's going to do what he needs to do, and then so it's like,
dude, there's nothing more depressing than that.
I love that shit that they had. They had dubbed Dragon Ball Z that was really good and popular.
Yeah. So I remember watching
until like 2014.
But some of those dubs were so fucking bad. Like I couldn't even watch some of them.
One Piece was horrible.
One Piece was the worst dub of all time.
4Kids One Piece. That's a little twisted. Funimation is better.
I noticed that a lot though. It's like they hire the worst voice actors when they dub it over. I mean, their emotions don't match anything they're saying. It's like, oh no, his head got lopped off.
Yeah.
No, now that's what I love about it now.
Because like in One Piece, when 4Kids originally dubbed it, Sanji, he didn't smoke. He had a lollipop in his mouth like all the time.
So when a lot of these came back to the States, like smoking couldn't be seen on TV or what they conceived as a
kids show.
A kids show, even though Bugs Bunny and stuff like that back in the 80s.
We grew up with it.
Yeah.
I grew up with Looney Tunes, so that was
But
normal.
You grew up on the 90s Looney Tunes where they
no. I grew up.
Yeah, the 80s was on rotation, like Boomerang on Nickelodeon used to play it in the morning.
No, I grew up on like old school Looney Tunes, like everything.
Yeah.
So I know what
stuff that came on TBS and TNT.
Yeah. The Warner channel. That's right, not Nickelodeon. Warner channels had it.
Yep.
Yeah, I used to watch the Mickey Mouse Club and like Black and White Zorro.
Dude, the Black and White Zorro was so good.
Dude, that was classic.
I mean, I don't know why Toonami ended up, not carrying on there, but I mean, Toonami put out so many things to give so many that
went bankrupt at one point, I believe.
Damn.
How? Were they just not given the money when they? I mean,
I think they were taking on too much at one point.
Man, they were popping back then.
What? Everybody give a huge hello to Panda Huggles. She is.
Hey, how's it going?
What's good,
What's going
Panda?
on?
How you
Hey, you guys.
Toonami was where it's at. Like you could watch like Zatch Bell, Naruto, like Dragon Ball Z, even like some of like the sports like animes too. And they had back in the day, and Bobo. Who remembers that?
I remember that, bro.
Cringy.
They had a little bit of everything that would go on there.
That was definitely cringy, but it was funny cringy.
Yeah, I had time for it. I made sure I never missed the episode. I was like, okay, I'm down for this ratchet shit.
Yeah.
Also,
what was that one with the? They had Big O on there.
Yeah, Big O.
What was the one with the rocket, the ship? Not Cowboy Bebop. It was the other guy with the ship. It was like it's almost like post-apocalyptic kind of looking. Very cyberpunk.
Did it have anything to do with like killer bugs?
No, it was like a dude with red hair. He's kind of like a bounty hunter or something, but he rode in this rocket.
No, I know who you're talking about. Was it Death Star or something like that?
Outlaw Death Star.
Outlaw Death.
That's it. Outlaw Star. Outlaw Star was on there.
I definitely never heard of that.
It is so good.
They had so many different shows, man. And then it was like the thing is, I didn't understand why they went bankrupt because they were showing shows that are like, about 6 to 10 years old in Japan.
Yeah.
So they weren't paying for brand new material. It was like, stuff that you and I could go buy.
Yeah.
But they were just getting to show you the whole series late night. So you're like, or in the afternoons when they got the afternoon show for a while.
Yeah.
Dude, I grew up on Rurouni Kenshin as well.
Rurouni Kenshin, oh my god.
That's where I got into like the samurai genre of anime, like watching sword fights and all that.
Samurai Champloo.
Inuyasha and One Piece definitely got me into sword fights for sure.
Yeah, sword fight was
Afro
my biggest
Samurai.
affection.
Inuyasha's at like 200 something episodes.
And that's with like
me and Eric at this point were
that's
They
what
have
it's
the
called
best
and it's movies
with jobs and
endings and openings.
Trying to dip our fingers and toes into stuff we weren't supposed to be doing.
But yeah, Samuel Jackson, Samurai Afro Samurai, bro.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Alexa,
so what I just
make the
did
dining room light 50%.
is I googled McFarlane's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle toys to see what all we were actually going to get rumored. This is rumors now. So we're gonna get Donatello. We're gonna get a driving kick cycle, which I'm guessing is a figure like a vehicle from the new Ninja Turtles. We're going to get the basic figures, plus we're going to get the characters with transforming weapons. Let's see, Rocksteady. There's going to be a Splinter figure, so I'm guessing at the end of the movie we might very well finally get to see Splinter in it.
A little bit of Splinter.
We're going to get the van. I don't know if that's April's van or the
Turtles van.
The Turtles van, which I think was originally April's van to begin with. So we're gonna get a assortment figure bots. So it's gonna be like Ninja Turtles, like probably the whole gang in one box. Like we're gonna get a turtle cycle. We're gonna get the movie basic role play bots, which is like their background. We're going to get some deluxe figures. We're going to get some giant figures. We're going to get the movie layer play set. And we're going to get some of the vehicle play sets.
Okay.
And once again, these are going to be McFarlane figures. So they're probably going to be 7-inch standard figures with 32 articulated points for the actual action figures. So to me, I'm in.
Yeah.
I didn't like. I'm very picky on my figures. Obviously, I only collect McFarlane figures, and I only collect Spawn unless it's a DC figure because they have the DC figures as well. But for my DC figures, I only have Gorilla Grodd, Dr. Fate, Swamp Thing, and John Constantine. That's it.
Nice.
Although I am looking, there's a Red Hood out there that I really, really want. And also a Drifter out there that I really, really want. And I'm looking for them both.
I'm more into just collecting like Funko Pops than actual like McFarlane like figurines.
So you can go down a deeper water hole with those.
Trust me, I've gone down the rabbit hole for sure.
That's why, like, I know a guy, he just sold, he had every Venom Funko, like every Venomized Funko. So like the Hello Kitty Funko Venom, everything, you name it, that had a Venomized figure, he owned it. He just flipped that entire collection for his basic ones. I think he said he made almost $5,000.
Jesus.
Wow.
But think about it though, he had every single one. That is a lot of. They probably Venomized hundreds of figures.
Probably, yeah. I'm not the hardcore. I gotta get every one of this set. I'm just more like what I
find one you like. Yeah,
I'm that way with everything but Spawn.
And I'm also, I'm probably gonna get a lot of flack for this, but I also won't keep them all in like boxes. I'll sometimes open them up. I know
Blasphemy.
the blasphemy. I know. I don't care. No, I mean they're supposed to be taken out and, like, at least in my opinion, they're supposed to be taken out and looked at and assorted on a desk.
He about to show the yams again.
Oh boy!
He about to
Be
show
careful
them.
of the full moon.
I feel like I'm gonna be ousted just now.
No, I have my ones in a box, and I have my ones that I open. That's the way I usually, if it's something I really want, like pretty much any Wolverine character I collect, I'll get both. One for opening, one for keeping in the box.
Right.
This is one of the original 1993 Spawn figures. He all the rest of them are still in the packages, but this one, me and my brother, what we used to do, we would take scissors and cut along the bottom of the package the figure came in. That way we could just slide it up a little bit, pull the figure out. That way we could touch it and play with it for a little bit. And then we would take it and put it back and slide it in. But this one, the package was so severely damaged, it come apart. And this is what I have now is this beautiful Spawn action figure, probably worth about $50 with no package. And he just gets to hang out on my bookshelf.
Money's money.
And no protection.
No
Right.
protection.
No protection.
But he's still minty. His shield is broken. I need to super glue his shield back eventually.
Right.
But I don't really care at this point. I will never sell him. You
better not sell him.
He's in the new run, like the winter showcase McFarlane just did. He is getting a deluxe medieval Spawn.
That's daddy.
Right. The last pop I went and got was Jinbei from One Piece.
Ooh.
One Piece Soul.
Okay.
Yes, Lord.
I think the last one I bought my daughter was We Bear Bears.
Oh yeah.
Nice. I've heard that show's really funny, really good.
It's actually really hilarious. It's animated for kids, but like SpongeBob and a bunch of the other cartoons, you got a lot of adult undertones to it. A lot.
I haven't watched anything new on Cartoon Network in like forever, probably since the last Ben 10 series, and not the reboot, like Omniverse.
If I'm not mistaken, McFarlane has a Ben 10 lineup.
Really?
Is that a Aliens?
Oh wow.
Okay, so the Joy Toy series and the Haya Toy series. Haya Toys makes 1/18th scale as well. So I have, thanks to Jen, I have the Queen, and she's pretty large.
Yeah. Oh, and you opened it.
But I mean, I have a bunch of Predators as well. So
Don't open it.
Jinbei.
Yo.
That is.
Hey, we gotta start.
That is
collecting
legit,
those,
bro.
That is
Man, we're
severely
getting
cool.
shitting on, bro.
Heck yeah, bro.
but I mean, she is beautiful.
Oh yes, she
Dude,
is.
that is
We gotta
amazing.
start
And,
collecting those.
Does she
I
have
have the eggs. I have I have some Warrior Predators that I've collected, and our Warrior Xenos, and I have the Predators, and I'm building a diorama where I could have them all kind of together. So it comes together nicely, but everything's in 1/18th scale, because as much as I love the detail in the 1/12th and the 1/6 scale, because I mean 1/6, I mean they can put so much detail into the 12-inch figures. They usually don't, but they can. And then the 1/6 scale, but the 1/12 scale, the 6-inch, they're usually the best because they have the most articulation and so forth. But if you go through these companies like Haya Toys and Joy Toy, for some reason, the Japanese and the Chinese love to make very highly articulated, tiny ass toys. Okay, you can't even reach certain parts to move. I'm just like, why does their fingers move? I can't move those fingers. They're too.
Yeah,
but
I ordered
they're beautiful though.
Ordered a Deadpool from one of those companies. I can't remember which one, because his fingers would actually articulate to hold the guns and swords.
Yep.
Well, you notice I ain't showing him off because
y'all already took a dump on us with the first couple of toys.
Oh, for sure.
Like I definitely wanted him out of the box because he was really freaking cool.
Yeah.
He was the one I wanted, and I'll regret not leaving him in the box because the moment I took him out of the box and a good old fashioned American air hit him, he just started to disintegrate.
Oh no!
Like the joints were just so fucking bad that
they're fragile.
He wouldn't really grip nothing. It was just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Why did I do this?
$100, dude.
Oh
shit. $100.
But I'll always recommend Revoltech. I think it's Revoltech or something like that. They make excellent Marvel and DC figures. I mean, their Wolverine has metal claws, and I mean, he looks comic book accurate with a little bit of anime kind of tinge to it. Same with their Deadpool. If you ever get a chance to look them up, they're excellent, and you can actually get them at a decent price if you're, you have that one that you love, like Hulk. I mean, Hulk looks amazing. The paint job is just, oh my god.
I'll have to look it up.
Thanos.
I don't want to go down that rabbit hole because once I'm committed.
You'd be poor. You'd be poor in like a week.
That's why. That's why I'm like I'm right now. I'm sticking to modern Spawn figures from. I think they started the current run. It started in it never stopped, but I'm only doing like the most current runs. I'm missing 5 figures from that run right now, but they just come out. And then DC figures, I'm very picky, like I said. And there's really only 2 more figures that I really, really want, unless he drops a Zatanna. Which, if he drops a Zatanna, I will be all over that.
Well, yeah,
absolutely.
And then I'm hoping. The rumor is there's a company about to do. They're kind of it's. I don't know if they're going to do figures or if they're going to do statues again, but it's going to be. They're going to give us Red Sonja. They're going to give us Vampirella, Draculina, Barbarella.
Yeah,
we're talking our B movie horror films. They're going to do an Elvira, which NECA already has a really good Elvira that I'm looking for right now. So
I might have to check in with comic strips and see if they have anything.
Yeah, if you hit up here on the East Coast, I have the largest toy store on the East Coast, just 45 minutes from my house. Yeah. But that 45 minutes quickly becomes 2 hours if I don't leave at the right time of day. Yes. So I want to go there and see what all they have. I know they have some of the older Spawn figures. They have the Jason David Frank Power Rangers, White Ranger and Green Ranger that I want.
Man.
And there's a company that's going to do that current movie that he was working on before.
Legend of the White Dragon.
They have a Legend of the White Dragon figure. I don't know if it's going to be a 100 figure or a 500 figure run, but I do know there's going to be a very limited run of it, and I want it.
I would imagine.
Badly.
Hey, Will, you still here? Will's probably getting. Yeah, he's supposed to be setting up for another stream,
but I don't know if he's going to be up to that one.
Yeah, I'll have to stand by on that one, but I'm gonna tell my crazy story real quick before.
Tell us your story before we.
Story time.
I know we've been all over the place like always.
Yeah, I was looking for the right time to squeeze this in.
No,
because it's
story time with Deontay, everybody.
It's off topic and very inappropriate.
No, I'm here.
Oh yeah, I'm about to.
No such thing as off topic on Saturday Night Nerds.
That's true. That's true. We got a lot of squirrel moments going on. So this show is the right place for it.
This is why, if we're not known for anything, it's for being a bunch of fucking squirrels.
Squirrel.
Get to your story, bro.
Yeah, pretty much. So I had to go to the laundromat earlier this week, and so it's in town. I live in Jackson, Missouri, so most of Southeast Missourians that are familiar with that town's name, it's kind of like half successful, half kind of
Dumpster
like
fire.
southern hillbilly. Yeah.
Easy there, Tiger.
Hey, I live in Cape Girardeau. It's no better or different than
Hey,
Jack.
Cape Girardeau is being built up currently by Blake Hickman, one building at a time, buddy.
A Sykeston native or Sykeston resident. I have to double check on that one, but yeah, I go to a laundromat and I walk in. The only other person in there is me, and then this one dude that's heavy set guy, like Santa Claus build, the beard and everything and all that.
Easy, Tiger.
I nod and salute him, do your thing, washing my clothes and whatnot, and my bladder starts to irk my nerves a little bit, but I do handle my adult responsibilities, and he ends up going to the bathroom before me, so I think nothing of it. It's a single bathroom.
I see where this is going.
And there's only one toilet seat in this bathroom, so it's community toilet seat for sure. So it's just like, all right, I'll just wait my turn patiently, and then my bladder gets worse and worse and worse.
Well, how long are you waiting for?
I waited probably 15 to 20 minutes.
What?
So
Boy, he's either having a nice doozy or he's pulling one off.
He was definitely dropping the boys off for sure, because
the Browns went to the bowl, baby.
Man,
oh my god!
He came up out that bathroom, and I thought nothing of it. So the bathroom is
like he had dropped 10 pounds.
It's about 5 yards away from the bathroom. Is like 5 yards away from me. He's coming out the bathroom and walking towards my direction, and then the breeze hit my nose, and I was like,
put on a gas mask.
What the
fuck that noise?
It was so bad that it traveled with him. And I was like, where's your booty atmosphere following you, bro? Like, I couldn't even call him out about it because I would have felt bad for sure. But
yeah,
my bladder was like, all right, you got to go pee or I'm going to make you piss yourself. And I was like, wait a minute, bro. Can we just talk about this? I could run to the gas station up the street.
Buy yourself a Gatorade bottle, bro.
Right.
Go down the back and just piss in the bottle. He was like, nope, I'm going to piss on you right now. I'm piss on you right now. And it's just like, all right. So I go to the bathroom and I'm walking through like this mist of
charticles.
It is mercantees, what scientists call it, that makes it smell so bad. And I'm just trying to cut through it and all that. I get to the bathroom and it's even worse by the time I reach the toilet.
No, that kind of dump, man.
Oh man,
it is. I had to shut that little itty bitty door so.
But you're about to break the surface, though. When you pee, man, you break that surface, it's going to let even more of that funk.
Yo.
Why didn't you hold your breath like you were going swimming, man?
It was way too late. It was once it got in my nose, it wouldn't let go. It was just like,
oh no, that's the kind of stuff, man. That once it's there, man, you gotta go outside, catch a breather. Even if you don't smoke a cigarette, you just want to go stand by a cigarette.
Right.
Yeah, I
definitely going to a bar.
You just put the cigarette out in your nose.
Listen to the smell.
I went to the bathroom with my mouth open too, so I kind of caught.
Oh, rookie move, bro!
Like,
rookie move.
I was like, bro, I had to piss that bad, bro. I had to piss that bad. It's just like, oh man, God, please don't let this kill me right now, please. I'm about to pass out, standing up and pissing at the same time.
That's a fucking Jesus moment right there, man.
With the door shut, I'm locked in a whole contaminated room. And I don't even know if I'm going to make it to wash my hands at this point. I'm fighting for my life. I'm like, God, I'm going to die.
About to hit 911.
Yes. No, he's going to hit 119.
They rushed me to the bathroom and then made me wait 5 minutes worth of pissing. Like, bro, come on, stop. Run out of water already, bro. Let me go.
That's the worst ones, man.
It's always the endless piss when you run into the funk of 40,000 years.
Never fails.
It was Dante's Inferno in that bathroom.
Deontay's Inferno.
Yeah.
When I finally got free out of that bathroom, it was already too late. I ran out to my car, got in the driver's seat, and just almost passed away. It was like,
you're seeing the ghost of Deontay pass.
Barely had a pulse, man.
All we got was a shell of what was Deontay.
More or less.
He's still recovering. That's why he has the glasses on. His eyes were burned out of his head.
Yeah, that's what
that explains the shade. I went completely Scott Summers, no more eye contact with the world. Like, I couldn't do it no more. I was in that driver's seat, like, man, I gotta at least message Will and tell him, like, yo, if something happens to me,
come get me, bro.
But
save yourself.
Instead of laser beams shooting out of his eyes, it's just pure stink.
Stink. Stink. Here's the stink goggles on, like.
Yeah, put a quarantine zone in the entire laundromat. They need yellow tape and everything around it.
Hazmat suits.
The sky above it looked like that Ohio train wreck.
They had to draw a chalk line where your body fell.
Looked like a post-apocalyptic laundromat, basically.
Oh my god!
I think the lesson that you took from this is you need to find a new laundromat.
You need to keep a bottle on you at all times too.
I need to find a hiding spot where I can go piss in case the bathroom is contaminated. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But sometimes, from an old pro with a small bladder, if you don't have a big mouth Gatorade bottle or at least an old takeaway cup in the back of your car for such emergencies, you're
water bottle or something.
It's got to be the big mouth. Gotta be the big mouth.
Gotta be.
Should I? Okay.
But I mean, sometimes it just springs up on you, man. I feel your story similar. I mean, I was fishing out back at my brother's house with him, but then, you're at the lake, you throw in the line, and after a while, you're just like, man, I've been standing here drinking, fishing, so I got to piss. So I had to go in his place. Well,
wade in, waist deep.
I went in to use the restroom, and coming out of the restroom was a grandmother. But you're just like, it's got to, it's a little old grandma. It's got to be safe. And then I went in there, and I almost had to call for a search and rescue to come get my ass. Bring the dogs, bring everything, bring some spelunking gear. Because
grandma laid it down.
She laid down the law, bro. I mean, for real.
Call the city coroner.
She's from the Midwest, and she
Midwest knows.
Yeah.
Midwest bathroom, public restrooms ain't no joke.
That was rough. I was like, damn.
Dude, that's like you go fishing on the beach. There's no bathrooms around 9 times out of 10. So you just wade in fucking waist deep and fucking rip it.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Or you find yourself a big ass sand dune and
just pee there,
pee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you think we should? All right, while we at it, you think we got time for one more? That the story about how we got high and lost going home.
Man,
this was pre Air Force Deontay.
Yeah,
it was
absolutely. Yeah. True blue Deontay would never.
No.
Okay.
Excellence before service. Excellence before service. Self before something. Always blue.
That's right.
This is not the Deontay that was controlling airplanes.
Yeah.
All right, so here's the scenario. All right, so basically, this was when Deontay first got back, when he first got out the Air Force, and we linked up for the first time. So we decided, hey, yo, it's my birthday, you know what I'm saying? Let's go celebrate. We just now linking back up after all these years, man, being away from each other and stuff. So it was like, okay, let's go live it up, man. Let's go make the best of your birthday and my return home is basically what that was. So we get to the bar. Well, first he came to pick me up, and on our way there, we decided, so hey, are we gonna do the edibles, or are we gonna smoke a little something? And so we decided, okay, let's just do the edibles. You know what I'm saying? So
the edibles be creeping up on you.
Yeah, bro, it did out of nowhere. So we were at the bar. We met up with his homegirl and another chick, And so we all sitting there talking, eating and everything. And so finally it was getting a little bit late. So we decided, hey, yo, let's go ahead and pop one of those. Let's get, he had the green apple gummies. So he gave me one and he took one. I'm like, should I take the whole one or should I take a little bit? He was like, I don't know, just take half. We did the whole thing. Oh my god, yo! No wonder we were so zooted. Okay, so yeah, we ate the whole green apple gummy, bro.
I'm sitting over here nodding my head like a terrible influence.
And so we got some burgers. We started eating, and I'm like, so how do you know it when it's working? He was like, I don't know. You'll just know.
You start seeing sounds, bro.
I was like, okay, you gonna let me know? He said, yeah, sure. I was like, okay, but so I don't know. I think I was the first one to start feeling it, and I started laughing uncontrollably, bro. And so Deontay, he up there like, yeah, nah, he's gone, bro. He's gone. And I'm like, you ain't feeling it? He was like, nah, I don't feel it, bro. And so this is how I knew he started feeling it. Because he was just looking at me smiling. Huge smile on his face. Just, I'm like, what's wrong with you, bro? He was like, you high, ain't you? I was like, are you? He said, nah. I was like, yeah. He said,
yeah, you
nah.
are.
I was like, okay.
Stop lying.
So then they bring our tickets over and, we getting ready to check out to get ready to go home. You know what I'm saying? Pay for our food and everything. I end up, I think Deontay handed me the ticket to sign for mine. And so I got ready to sign the ticket and it fell on the ground. I start to reach for the ticket and I notice I feel like I'm 6 feet off the ground, bro. I'm like, why am I so high off the ground? And I started reaching for the ticket, and it took me about 2 to 3 minutes to finally get to it. And then Deontay out of the middle of nowhere talking about something. I got it. He crawls under the table, all right, as slow as he can. And I don't know how he gets stuck under the table. All I know is I started hearing him yelling like, ah! Ah!
I thought I got shot.
Oh my gosh.
I'd scream too.
I'm like, what's going on, bro? I was like, what y'all doing to him? And he's like, hey, bro,
like, sir, you need to leave the restaurant now. You're scaring the patrons.
But anyway,
I saw the small soldiers come to life, and then small soldiers tried to kill me.
We finally make it to the front door and finally get in the car. We ended up going to another restaurant, eating for about another hour and a half. I'm like, maybe we should get on the road.
Forgot you ate already?
Yes.
I forgot
already. And so we started going home, and he was like, hey, did we make a left turn or a right turn? I'm like, I think we made a left turn. We end up going left. And before you know it, we've been riding or driving for about an hour. I'm like, shouldn't we have been home by now? He was like, I think so. I was like, okay, cool. We finally make it to the gas station in our hometown. And we sat there buying snacks and food because we forgot we ate for a third time. And so we're sitting there eating candy, eating chips, drinking soda, Gatorade. We're eating the whole store.
That one-way ticket to diabetes.
Yeah.
And bro, we noticed that we were sitting at the gas station for 2 hours. And I'm like,
they're thinking y'all dealing out there.
Bro, how long
what are these two black fellers doing out here?
Yeah.
Those two young black guys must be slinging dope over there.
Yeah,
right.
It's on you, boy.
But we finally got home and
if you ain't buying, you leaving.
We stayed in the parking lot for another 30 minutes. And I'm like, I'm hungry, man. Did we eat? He was like, I don't think we did. And I'm like, all right, man, let's get that food in the back that we just got done eating, you know what I'm saying? And so we take it in the house and we're both looking at each other laughing hard as crap, bro.
Grandma
and we're
y'all's
eating
asses.
And mama in the other room, she's passed out. And we're just sitting there looking at each other, just eating, laughing.
Like, who gonna take a dump first?
Bro, I think we passed out. I don't even remember the rest of the night. But
you ate good.
Just crazy, man. Oh, yeah.
You guys
ate good.
Stomach ache.
Yeah.
Yeah, the edibles heard us talking shit and decided to slap the hell out of us. So he was like, "What? Oh, you said I'm weak?
Yo.
Yeah, you don't feel nothing,
right? We didn't feel nothing, bro.
Hey, there's a YouTuber that films himself after he pops edibles.
Yeah,
the dude's hilarious. Like he'll be like, "Oh, here's my plan for the day." And he'll pop an edible and he'll be sitting there, like TV off, holding his Xbox remote, like.
Yeah, he probably had the best game of his life.
He's like he's like playing it, but the TV's not on, and he's just like, oh my god.
He probably went undefeated on Call of Duty.
Undefeated. But the dude's hilarious, man. I can't remember his name, but he just like those little 30-minute shorts. It's like before edible, after edible.
Dude,
I have to caveat this with I do not condone nor use any of the above.
I've already signed 2 petitions to help it legalizes here, but I live in Nazi DeSantisville, so it's not going to happen.
Which is the craziest thing in the fucking world. I mean, you have Florida Man, but you can buy weeds. First off, weed's illegal there.
Yeah,
it's a misdemeanor crime.
Everything's illegal here.
But you can buy alcohol on Sundays up until midnight, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Which Alabama's worse because you can't buy booze after 11 p.m. Saturday night from a store, but you can drink it at a bar until 1.
Yeah, at a bar they could serve it to you until 2 a.m.
Yes,
but you can't buy any to take home because nobody wants you to drink at home where it's safe.
Yeah,
you can't do that.
Dude, roll up in Louisiana, you buy a whole fucking 5-gallon drum of fucking margaritas, frozen margaritas from a drive-through window.
Yep.
I would rather
drink it in the parking lot in Louisiana.
Drink it in the parking lot.
Yep.
Out of a cup they give you.
Yep.
I'd rather be in Louisiana than Utah, that's for sure.
Yeah. Here's your 2% beer. It's like milk.
Yeah.
Like,
you know what? Oklahoma's the same way. They don't have over 6%.
Yeah.
You know how much beer you have to drink for that? You'd be like,
dude, you know how much traffic they have between Oklahoma City and Kansas City to go and buy real 8% beer?
I bet.
Dude, it's a lot. We used to go up to
you got legalized weed though now, right?
Virginia, yeah. Virginia, and you can grow.
Yeah, recreational.
Yeah, you have. I think you have. It's either 3 or 6 plants per person of age, of 21 years of age. I think. I don't know who this is, but that is very true.
That is true.
But 9 times out of 10, it's meth.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
He's already eaten a handful of meth and Skittles, and he's running around naked in the Everglades. Yeah,
snorted some fucking bath salts while he was at it.
Yeah, in America we have a saying that said "quit mething around." That applies to the Floridians and Missourians for sure.
Floridian man, yep.
That applies.
I wonder how many of those Florida men are actually Alabama mans.
Oh, they're here too. I mean, anytime any holidays come around, like spring break, Alabama man comes down and hangs out for a while because
you put Alabama man and Florida man together. By damn, if you ain't gonna be in for a fucking hell of an entertainment.
Is that Gibby?
It's Gibbs. Yes, sir.
Nice. I don't know who that is, but hey,
Rob Chantel Gibbons.
Oh,
what the heck? He said, "I don't know who that is."
Fucking Rob, man, that's my boy.
I thought he was.
He's down the road from me. Me and Rob need to link up at some point since he is really close.
Rob, what are you doing up there in Virginia?
He's not in Virginia. He's in Shaw, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
he's in the Kakalaki.
he's the jick down there, I think.
The Kakalackas.
If I'm not mistaken, I can't remember.
Shaw is North Kakalaka, right?
Shaw is
South
Or is that South?
Kakalaka.
That's South Kakalaka. I don't know. But
an hour away from Raleigh. No, not Raleigh. Charleston.
Raleigh and Charleston. Yeah.
I was about to say Rayleigh from One Piece.
Hey, it's spelled Raleigh. It is spelled Raleigh, but
really
it's pronounced
is.
Raleigh. It's just like
the only thing
New
North
Orleans.
Carolina ever gave us was Charlotte Flair and fucking NASCAR.
And Petey Pablo.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and Petey Pablo.
Yeah.
Who the fuck can forget Petey Pablo, man?
They can have him back. Like,
Okay.
Petey Pablo.
Who am I?
Petey Pablo, mother.
I don't
Hey,
know
they-
who you are.
they have the
man.
Outer
Stop yelling
Banks.
at me. Oh yeah, the Outer Banks. I go down there and fish. You're on the east coast of Florida now. Okay, down in Tampa or Jayville. We gotta get Rob on one day.
Yo, Deontay.
Yeah.
I got an idea since it's already about 9:30. We could just do 30 minutes of talking about One Piece, and then since you got to go to bed at 10, we could just go ahead
Palm
and,
Coast. Okay.
I'm probably just gonna hop off anyway.
Shit, you're
'cause
down
this-
there by
Yeah, I got to call it too, guys.
Yeah,
I do too. It is 10:30 here, and I got work.
Oh,
in the
so
morning.
I'm gonna switch over to Twitch.
Hey,
you still
yeah.
going
So,
live.
any announcement?
well, dang, I don't know if Soge King is going to be able to show up. That's why I said if you got like 30 more minutes or 15, we could just,
Yeah, I need to hurry up and get out this microphone as
All right.
soon as possible.
So, plugs. My only plugs I have: go to your local comic book shop, support your small businesses.
Comic
Tomorrow
strips.
night, your very own this guy is going to be on Comically Inclined, I guess.
Check out
So
Comic
tune in
Hey.
tomorrow
Inclined.
night to Comically Inclined. I will be
Go
on
represent,
there
bro.
with Blake
And
and
Danny.
the Nerd King himself,
Mhm.
who I don't know if you've ever listened to a Comically Inclined show. They're both two fucking great guys, and they know their shit.
Right.
So
Yeah.
tune into that tomorrow.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
by the way, it's Wednesday, and you know what that means? AEW.
Mm.
Jeff is out of this place. Thanks for having me on as always.
Have a good night, man.
DJ, love seeing your brother Cameron, Emperor, Deontay.
All right.
Y'all boys
Yes,
behave
sir.
yourselves. We'll see y'all.
All right, take care, man.
Appreciate. Thanks
Yep.
for coming
Y'all
out.
Take
behave.
care, bro.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Take care.
PCP.
Yes, sir.
Love y'all.
Thanks for coming out, brother.
Much love to y'all, bro.
Deuces.
Yeah, as far as like announcements go, we're in the middle of a March Madness event. And for most people who hadn't got the memo yet, Will's got a streamathon all month long on his
Are we still on
Twitch
announcements?
channel. Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Oh, okay.
And then
I didn't know. It's just EJ left. Okay.
yeah, I got a week long streamathon over here on StreamYard, so it's just different discussions and a couple watch parties, and then at the end of this week we'll do episode 3 on Saturday. Also,
Saturday Night Nerds
Wait a
episode
minute.
3. Are we doing 2 this month? I thought we already did one this month.
we're supposed to have like an all ladies special.
That's
with
right.
I was about to
Jen.
say,
Saturday.
Yeah.
Is that going to be this Saturday or
Did you-
next Saturday?
I was gonna say, did you invite Panda or something?
Yeah, so next Thursday is Panda's debut on SNN.
Okay.
So
It's
Okay.
going to be
Anybody
awesome to see.
yeah, so next Thursday it'll
I know
be
Jen's putting
everybody's-
together a show too, right?
Yeah, and she's got I think she's got a couple girlfriends with her that's
She
gonna
does.
help out.
Right on.
All right, bad.
Yeah, so next Thursday, look out for Panda's debut.
That'd be awesome.
Mhm.
We'll keep you guys updated on Jen's all ladies episode, and then
Yep, looking
episode
forward to
3.
that.
Be in the chats.
Yes, indeed.
Yep, we'll post up all the announcements too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all the men of SNN will be hands off of some of these because it's Women's History Month, and we're trying to put on lady creators and help support their brands and promote their channels. So
Also, while we're mentioning Ladies Month and Ladies Brands, over on the No Gimmick podcast with they're going to be having a up and coming young female wrestler on their next podcast. I think it's going to be on Patreon, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
I know Kelvin's already announced it over on his site. But if y'all have a chance and you follow them on Patreon, please tune into that. I think that would be a good one.
Nice.
Yeah. There's one more thing. So I did the Streamathon and Panda's debut.
Whenever y'all are low on content, I have about 15 boxes of unopened comments that I don't even fucking remember I got ready to be opened so I can get it cataloged and some of it back up for
I was
sale.
gonna say, let me know, bro, if you want to kind of
don't
if you want to go live on Twitch, man, and do
no.
that.
That's what I'll do it on a streamathon. That way we have some content to keep rolling.
Yeah. Most definitely.
Yeah, so pretty much like I didn't stream on Monday, and I'm probably not going to stream on Friday. So those days I could definitely sit in the comment section and help moderate for you guys, or if you wanted to go live Friday, we definitely got you. On that note, I do want to
Friday
give everybody some
wrestling.
SA.
That's a hard day for me.
Oh
yeah, I'll probably be doing live interactions with Mac on Facebook during that.
Yeah, with me, Cam, Thomas, Blake, and Will should be going to see Shazam 2 in theaters this Friday. We might not be able to make any kind of content.
And that's fine. We can pick it back up on
at least
Saturday,
until Saturday. Yeah.
Yeah, Saturday is episode 3 for sure, though.
Yeah, and then Sunday I can do my deal.
And
yeah.
As for like Twitch announcements, yeah.
How are we looking over on Twitch? What are we up to? I know we broke 100 plus. I think we're at 125 plus.
No, 137.
137.
137, my guy.
Doing big moves over there.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's what I was meaning to say. Yeah, we've reached. Like I did tell Deontay at the beginning of the week, I was like, man, dude, if we do March Madness this week, dude, Twitch is gonna be popping. We may go from 112 to at least 130, 140, possibly 150, and then the very next day we go live. We stream Pokemon Showdown, and after we get done streaming, we look at the number. We jump from 112 to 137. It was 138. Drop down. Somebody just snorted a lot.
Is that Cameron? What's he doing over there?
No, that sounded like he snorted a huge line. Like, what the heck?
He pulled a fucking Charlie Sheen over there.
Okay.
Fucking eight ball off a horse. Hit it.
Do you, bro? Do you? I'm not even gonna say that. Nah, but yeah, like we're doing really, really good over there. I have some friends over there that stream also. Their channels, they have like 1K plus, 2K plus over there. And I'm really happy that, you know, they decided to welcome me into their community, you know what I'm saying, and to also help us collaborate. Like we're building bridges over there, and Panda being one of them that's helping us out and that's welcomed us to her community, as well as us welcoming her into our community. And so like her, Jeremiah, all of them, Annabelle, she's been helping us out with our campaign over on Twitch. And so, yeah, I just wanted to shout them out. And yeah, like we've been going all month strong over there on Twitch. And so if we don't stream one day, just believe that we'll stream the day after. So it's either every day or Or every other.
Oh, that was Will, man. Will.
Or every other day, man. No, that was Cameron.
Nah,
Don't be blaming that shit on Cameron.
Cameron's
Come on, bro.
He's snorting. What you snoring over there, Cameron?
Me, I got a stuffy nose. I don't know what you got going on.
Oh, okay.
Somebody
Here,
tooted.
man. I got
Somebody
you.
tooted.
Thank you.
I got you.
No,
That was
but
a whole
yeah, we appreciate everything.
Need some NyQuil, Cameron? I got you some of that too, man. We'll get you taken care
also,
of.
check out the merch on where's the store?
That
at?
Feeling Podcast Network's Spring
Merch
Tea.
store. Yes. And also Spring Elements. Oh, check out the merch over there. So yeah. I think that's about it, man.
Yeah, we got a campaign coming for Stream Elements. We can get that caught up to the DFPN store as well. So be on the lookout for new designs, t-shirts, on mugs, hoodies.
Lugs.
Get you some.
You say lugs?
No, you said mud.
Coffee.
Oh, mugs. I was like, lugs, are those back, yo? I was like, I ain't seen a pair of lugs in like 20 fucking years, man.
Yeah, it has been that long. Yeah, I wish we could probably sell some merch in that. I think we got like a cell phone case over on the Stream
There's
Elements.
one over there. I know that. So we got mugs, any type of t-shirt, belly
stickers.
shirt. Fellas, get in on your belly shirts, man. It's almost that time of year. Get them for your ladies. Get them for yourself.
And you got the Hoochie Daddy shorts too. Don't forget the Hoochie Daddy shorts. So
yoga
show
pants.
some legs this summer.
Got some yoga pants over there if you need to slim it down a little bit.
You know what I'm saying? Show off.
We got something for everybody.
Yeah, I pretty much. So both the links will be in our link tree. You can find that in our Twitter bio, our IG bio, and Twitch and YouTube as well. I'm going to make it a little bit easier to find on Facebook. I usually just keep the pinned posts organized.
Yeah, I've been trying to go in there and clean those out a little bit more often because I know we were kind of like, we had a whole bunch of shit pinned and I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So I've been trying to keep those kind of like only the important shit in there.
Yeah, we got mostly archived episode information, so that's fine to keep around.
We got a full archive up on Twitch and Patreon, right?
Yeah. YouTube kind of took down like one or two of our videos, but
they will do that probably because I said fuck or something.
Oh yeah, they do have that rule over there on YouTube. Then the first 8 seconds, I think
the first 8 seconds of any podcast, I probably said fuck at least 3 times.
Yeah. So
there you go.
So if we do another podcast, just remember, let's have a moment of silence for 8 seconds.
Yes.
I use the theme song too to buy sometimes. So
yeah.
Well, at least they didn't hear the first 10 fucks I probably said.
As soon as the theme song goes off, it's automatic.
Oh yeah.
Twitch ain't so hard about that.
No, they're really not.
Oh, this, that, and you, mom, all that, things like that, of that nature. As long as you don't say any racial slurs, certain other words over there, then you're good. And as like I said, as we will be, I'll try to do reactions later on this year once I talk to someone over at Twitch, maybe a representative or something. And I would
definitely be on board with reactions because I've always wanted to do reactions for shows, for games, for movies. They're just so much fun.
Yeah.
While we're on announcements, it is March Madness, and if you're a big fan of the wrestling like I am, head on over to the No Gimmicks podcast Facebook page. We do have a bracket going on over there of the fucking GOAT of wrestling. Cast your votes, get them in before I think Sunday will start week 2 of the GOATs. It's males this time around. I think we're also going to do a female bracket maybe next month. I'm not sure. But I know there is one in the future coming for that. And yes, I am shouting out our boys Mac, and Francisco on the No Gimmicks podcast.
That's Black Mac, ladies and gentlemen. Black
and Mac and Mac, your boy, also over That Feeling Podcast Network Facebook page. Go give them a holler at the Smoke Pit. Tell them Saturday Night Nerds sent y'all over there.
That's right. We have a full week schedule too, so keep a lookout for like the days of the week that each show on DFPN goes live. So we're slotted for Saturdays because of the name, of course, but you got the patio, you got real food.
We've grown so much in the last year, man.
Yeah.
Since January, I think we've added 2 more over there. The patio was at it.
Breads.
Yes. So I mean, it's they're doing it big over there, and we're just happy to be a part of that big old family.
Oh, and as a matter of fact, speaking of that, I do one last thing. I want to congratulate and just tell y'all everybody that's worked with Saturday Night Nerds. Thank you guys, and we appreciate you guys. We love you guys, and I don't know. It's what we call the community on Twitch, since we're streaming to Twitch. The Empire is what we call our community over there. But this little community of ours has grown tremendously. And just like 2 years, 3 years ago, me and Deontay, we were thinking like, yo, man, this ain't, we're not gonna get anywhere. This and that. And next thing you know, like me and him, we started putting in work, and we started working to the bones. Like we were doing multiple things. We were just determined to make this work and to grow and to be have this community be as successful as it is, and even more. And now things are lining up. Doors are opening left and right. We're getting offers. We're getting sponsors. There's tons of offers we're getting to be on other podcasts and everything like that, to be featured on other podcasts and stuff. It's amazing how much we have grown, and it's amazing how much this family has grown, how much this empire has grown. And I just want y'all to know and to encourage y'all to keep up the good work. And yo, we're getting there. 2023 has been the year. And by the end of 2023, I did say, yo, we'll be around 500 followers on Twitch, if not 1,000. And I'm going to do everything that I can in my power. I'm going to work around the clock. We're going to make it there. I promise you that.
Y'all heard it from the Twitch boss himself.
Yes, sir.
The captain,
the king,
SNN Gaming Emperor King Will, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and you just reminded me too. My last couple announcements, I almost forgot that.
What's up?
For this week's streamathon, the final 2 events before episode 3. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to do a Creed movie marathon. So we're going to see Michael B. Jordan in all his glories.
Right on.
And then
where can they catch that? Shazam too for anyone who wants to go see the sequel.
And Thursday, we're probably going to have a Shazam 1 watch party as well.
Oh, that's what's up.
Okay, so where would this be posted? Patreon?
The videos themselves will be on Patreon. So everything that's came out this week thus far will be on DFPN's Patreon. And then if you use the link tree that we have in all of our bios, you'll be able to find a Patreon and merch store real quick.
Yes,
so yep, Creed movie marathon, Shazam, watch party. Y'all can look forward to that. I may add some more to it, but don't expect anything Friday because we'll probably be having a SNN dudes night out, and then Saturday, I'm probably gonna be. We'll be doing Shazam 2 review on episode 3 and a couple other subjects to talk about, and I will be probably going live from Chicago. So
Okay.
So Saturday.
Chicago.
Nice.
You better get some
Chicago.
deep dish while you there.
I have to say, yeah,
Absolutely.
get the pies there.
And some Harold's mild chicken.
Oh,
Gotta
and
have
some. What's that called with the Jew? With the what is it called? The thing you dip.
the
Gyros. The gyros.
Euros.
yeah.
The gyros.
French dips,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Yeah. I heard Chicago has a ramen restaurant, so if I
Oh,
find a
yeah.
ramen restaurant, it's on.
Just keep your hands
Hey,
down,
I'm sneaking
your
your
wallet
trip,
in your
okay?
front pocket.
Yeah, be careful, bro, out there.
Oh,
And just
absolutely.
be sure.
Make
Yeah,
sure you bring the
people's
strap.
bark is bigger than their bites, so be sure that
Yeah.
you speak
Wear
just as
neutral
loudly
colors.
as they do.
Yeah.
Yes,
Because everybody there
neutral
sounds
colors.
like they fucking yelling at their mama.
And make
Hey,
sure
Ma!
make sure you
Amigo!
bring the
Yeah.
strap, because you want to have some protection on you. Just saying.
Absolutely.
You don't
Yep.
want to carry in that city. You go to jail for that shit.
Probably.
Do
No,
you got a
you will.
license?
It don't matter. It don't matter.
It don't matter.
You got to have one.
Okay.
They're like New York. You got to have it for specifically for
Have a-
the state.
Have a bat in
Oh
your
my
car.
God.
Have
Yeah,
like
I
a
got-
wooden bat in your
Something.
car.
I got
I
one
got-
of those. I carry with me when I go for other places.
There you go.
You got
Yeah.
a what?
A bat, about yay big.
Oh,
Nice.
Big old solid piece of oak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You gotta say you got it. You say
I keep a mob with me too. Well, it's gonna be
Okay.
some lifters up there, so it's
Oh yeah.
Mob.
it's a whole just 6 foot tall black men, with the exception of
With
me.
the rest of them up there,
Yeah.
you just blended in at this point.
I'm the only 5'10" person in this family, so it's. But we're big and scary, so I think we should be straight. But yeah. Other than that, I that's all I got for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles special.
So everybody had all the announcements out.
Yeah, Cameron's got 3 kids on the way, so it's
congratulations.
God.
Cameron,
What
damn,
the
dude.
I ain't ready.
Your boy been putting in the work.
I ain't even
Yo,
seen anyone. I don't know what you're talking
been
about.
over here
Rumor
busting
mill over
everywhere
here.
to the pop, pop, pop.
If I was that lucky,
That's some goddamn overtime right there, son.
Yeah, I'm proud of him, man.
I don't know what he's talking about. Rumor mill going on over
we
here.
dry over here.
Though
We didn't get nothing.
Though I am just so. I don't even know if I'm ready to date.
Cameron's like, if it's not a comic book, bro, I haven't touched it.
Cameron went full feral mode.
You're lucky you can't see me right now.
Cameron OP in the seats, huh?
He got that's the Riz Emperor right there.
Oh yeah. Whoa, he took my okay. You got that. Okay. Hey, if you got 3 kids on the way at the same time, you deserve it.
That's right.
Yeah, let's see how funny it is when you guys actually are dads. Granted, I'm not, but
I got a teenager. Okay,
I'm talking about
I'm
Deontay
done.
and Will.
I'm done.
Deontay is probably the only one that's left out of this.
Yeah, I can't have no babies.
He will soon. He will soon.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm about to drink some, man.
I'm proud of you, Cameron. First son of the sea has 3 sons of his own.
Please, not even close. Nowhere near close.
That's right. He is the straw hat baby daddy. That's his role.
Dang.
Oh man, nah,
Sugar
not
daddy.
even.
Mhm.
Y'all are delusional.
Hey, bro, I'm glad freaking Daniel ain't here. Nah, this dude would have been up here talking about, Will has 500 baby mama. No, I don't.
All right, guys. Me and the cat are out.
Mm.
Yes,
You and
sir.
the cat. Okay.
Mm.
And he's like, it's my turn. I want attention. So
Yeah.
Like,
It's
how
his
dare
turn.
you? How
Yeah,
dare you
he's
give attention to
slapping at me
somebody
now.
else? He's like,
Dude, let go. Hey, fuck boy.
Ooh.
Whoa.
he said, do I have to repeat myself?
Dude, he's
Do I have to
currently stuck in my shirt, which
He said, boy.
I wear
He's
this
like, do I
shirt
have
to
to
work.
repeat myself? He said, I will take your shirt and rip
He
it
will.
to shreds.
He will. I've been meaning to take him to the groomers. He needs a cut. He's a long hair. So we just have like his hindquarters like trimmed down a little bit. That way, his poop gravel doesn't get caught in his fur.
Oh yeah, dingleberries.
And then we also get his front claws with little. They basically take little globs of super glue and put them on his front claws. That way he can't claw up my furniture.
Oh, okay.
They're called caps. They cap them. I still want him to have claws because I still do have a dog that lives downstairs. So I still want him to be able to smack her if he needs to.
Absolutely. See, the scratching post just ain't enough sometimes.
Oh no, he shreds scratching posts. He's a freaking 20+ pound cat. Scratching posts stand no chance against him. So
he looked like a big boy.
He's a big boy. He is a big boy. But guys, y'all enjoy yourselves. Appreciate the show tonight.
Yes, sir.
That's all I got, man. Y'all boys behave yourselves. Always, I love stopping by here. This is home.
We always enjoy it.
Yep, I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a blessed one.
You too, man.
Enjoy, man.
Too, man.
All right.
So without further ado, I will give us a count off and then an outro, and then that is it for Saturday Night Nerds. We will see you guys again tomorrow.
And Cameron gotta go take care of his 3 baby mamas.
Don't make me have to come over there and take care of you, Will. Keep talking. I'm gonna have to smack you around.
I don't want to. All right.
Yeah. So, actually, I'm gonna do the Creed marathon Thursday and then Shazam 1 tomorrow. So that'll not put me on a huge commitment on time. So
we got a couple streams in the next few days. We got your movie marathon. What time? Is it daytime or night?
I'm probably gonna do Thursday at maybe 3 or 4.
3 or 4. Okay. So then I still got the gaming stream at around 9:30 tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but
Thursday.
Thursday, yeah.
And then
I do know that Jeremiah's supposed to be going on Wednesdays. I can tell him that you're. Hold on, were you doing it tomorrow or Thursday?
I'm probably going to watch Shazam 1 at around like sometime in the afternoon or maybe.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just tell him to go live at night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Is he live right now?
No. We're live. We're the ones live.
Oh yeah, that's right. My phone got the notification and it was just like, wait, who's over there?
It's us, man. What the heck?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we kind of ate up some of Will's Tuesday stream, but
no, that's good, man. Hey, at least we did have a stream over on Twitch, so that counts.
Yeah, I was trying to get the show ended so we could get over there and get you your average up.
Yeah, I might still try. I'll let y'all know something. But if I can't get the guys around this time, it'd be okay. We did have a stream. So.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I gotta clean up this room real quick and jump right in bed as fast as possible.
All right.
But other than that, everybody stay nerdy, stay blessed, stay sexy.
Remember, Saturday Night Nerds is the place to be, the time to be.
Yes, sir.
I had to do the outro for Twitch. I'm sorry. Since we're streaming to all 3, like.
No, you're good.
Yeah, it's pretty much March Madness, man. Anything goes.
Yo. Yes, sir. All right.
Let me run this DFPN. Oh, actually, let me do this real quick.